The open week is over, and now it's time for District 26 6A's second round. The Hornets of East Central bring their swarming game that has them 2-0 in district play to Rangers Stadium, where the Rangers want to do nothing more than give them their first district blemish. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Ranger Network. Alongside former Baylor Bear and Washington Redskin Jeff Gandy, I'm Tony Brubaker, and we are excited on a chilly Friday night to have high school football for you as the Rangers play host to East Central in what, Jeff, we expect to be a real dogfight tonight.
It should be a dogfight. Both of these teams come in, and, you know, they're coming into the back half of the season, and they have to start this time with a win. For the Rangers, they have to win tonight to get them at 2-1 in district play. For the Hornets, they want to keep their unblemished, like you said in the pre-league, to go to 3-1, to 3-0. So this is an important game for both of these teams tonight. They come in both with wins before the off week. They both had an off week. It should be fresh, ready to go here tonight.
And the Hornets are 4-1 overall, 2-0 in district play. They're one of three teams that are undefeated after 2 weeks in district play. The Rangers, one of two teams that are 1-1, them and New Braunfels, who, by the way, East Central beat last week. We're going to take our first time out. We'll come back with more talk about the personnel of both teams as you continue to listen and pay attention to the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, WIC Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
Community is really important to
Hey,
here.
Dad.
Yeah,
Tell them about the hygienists. They are super gentle and really nice.
I will do that. Let's do that again. Community is a really important part of Summerhill Dental.
Did you tell all the kids about the awesome prize box?
I have not, but I will.
Okay.
Seriously, are we getting billed by the hour here? Here at Summerhill Dental, we not only are really good at implants, we have gentle hygienists and awesome prize boxes. We also love our community. We are your Smithson Valley dentists. Go Rangers.
Back at Ranger Stadium, where the Rangers get ready to tackle one of the best running backs I've seen this season, and senior D'Angelo Rosemond. 124 carries for 897 yards, Jeff.
Yeah.
That is 170 yards a game. He has 14 touchdowns, and he is, what I've seen on video, arguably the best running back I've seen this season, and maybe in a couple of years, because he can make plays no matter where he's at on the field.
I agree. I think, Tony, he's the real deal when you talk about a running back, the whole package. When I looked at tape and watching him running with the football, I'm impressed with his field of vision. Where the play is designed to go one direction, but it's clogged up, but he sees the whole field, and he just goes where there's empty grass. And he's fast enough, and he's talented enough to get there. Plus, the second thing that impressed me was his yards after the first contact. I mean, if he's getting his first hat on him at the second level, he's picking up an awful lot of yardage before he's actually getting down. So he's a tough running back. He's fast. He's smart. He's got great skill sets. He's going to be a load to tackle here tonight.
He plays behind sophomore quarterback Caden Basenko, who's thrown about 50% completion and almost 600 yards through the air. He's also carried the ball for about 150 yards. To his credit this season, 10 touchdowns of his own. He's got a bunch of wide receivers. Christopher Taylor, 6'3", 175. Anston Bryant Kelly, 6'4", 175. And a guy they don't even put on their depth chart is Charles Oglesby, and I remember him from last year, 6'3" and 205. They are not just tall, they're They're fast, and they are very good ball catchers.
Well, we're talking about an offense here with East Central. It's very explosive. I mean, you're talking about you just got through talking about one of maybe the best running back in the city with D'Angelo Roseman, but Caden Bosanko, being a sophomore, he does a good job of disseminating the ball. If it's not going to be in Roseman's hand, it's going to be one of these wide receivers' hand. And they're tall. They're lanky, and they're tall, and they're fast, and he can throw it up high. And they can one-hand it. They don't mind catching the football in traffic across the middle of the field. I mean, it's the real deal. It's a total offensive package with East Central.
In addition, they have scored 48, 35, 35, 42, and last week, or 2 weeks ago, scored just 24 points in that game at New Braunfels, but it was 4 more than New Braunfels had, and that's good enough for a win. You got to believe their offense wants to score more points than everybody they play because their defense is not that good, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, we have another timeout. We're going to take a break and listen to head coach Larry Hill with Brant Freeman after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is teaming up with the Smithson Valley Rangers. When you stop to gas up, look for the Ranger Spirit Pump. A portion of sales from this pump will be donated directly to the SV Athletic Booster Club to help out our Rangers. So choose the one that's Ranger Blue and fill up. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GBTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GBTC has me connected.
There's no way that that's pass interference. Look, he's making a play for the ball and there's not even any contact. That's not interference.
I don't know, Coach. It is what it is.
No way. Run that back again.
Well, Coach, maybe it was a bad call, but it sure doesn't get any better than this.
Well, actually it can.
Coach, this is awesome.
I'm glad you think so. Hey, quit spilling popcorn on the field. Touchdown.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. Coming off of a bye week, Smithson Valley will be hosting East Central at Ranger Stadium. The Hornets will come into this game with a record of 4-1. They are one of 3 teams with a 2-0 record in 26 6A plays. They've opened up district with wins over San Marcos and most recently over New Braunfels. And Coach, over the past 3 games, the Hornets have found a way to win all by 7 points or fewer. One of those wins coming in overtime to open district play against San Marcos. This is a football team that keeps finding ways to win games.
Yeah, Coach Hubbard and his staff done a great job. Really, the last 2 years have just made dramatic improvement. And as you said, they're one of the undefeated teams. And that's kind of how it goes in 26 6A. You look up, you win a game, and here comes another one. Here comes another one. And very explosive, have a really fine running back, defensively playing very well with their front 7. And as always, they'll be a challenge to beat. But, you know, what is it that we can do better? How can we improve our game? And then we'll put it out there against them and see what happens.
You said a very fine running back. That is D'Angelo Rosemont, already over 600 yards rushing this season, more than 100 per game, 9 rushing touchdowns. Offensively as a whole, more than 36 points a game, and fairly balanced outside of Rosemont at running back too. What else can you tell us about the East Central offense?
Well, you know, you mentioned balance. He's not the only one making plays. And I'm sure the young man would tell you their offensive line is playing well. They've got a number of starters back from a year ago. And from a year ago, from 17, I thought that was the most dramatically improved part of their team. A lot of those kids are back. And people are just having a hard time getting off blocks. And then you take a back like him, you know, I'm having a hard time getting off this block, and then I can't get this kid down. And So tall order, and when you gang up on them, try to stack the box, then they've been effective throwing the football as well. So life in 26-6A.
Right.
Don't pat yourself on the back too long for winning, because here we go again.
Again, the Hornets' most recent win came over to Braunfels from this past Friday, and that's a good unicorn offense. And in the second half, East Central shut them down. New Braunfels did not score in the second half of that game. What tendencies do the Hornets have defensively? How do they make life difficult on offenses?
Well, I think their secondary plays well and tries to take away what you do best in the throwing game, force you to run the ball, and those two inside linebackers are really good players at stopping the run, and have been very, haven't tried to be real complicated on defense, try to be good at what they do. And they prevent people from getting the explosive plays that we talk so much about. Make you drive the football, and that's hard to do over and over in this league. And just good, solid football team in every phase, offense, defense, and kicking game. Got players and are on a roll, as you mentioned, and have playoff aspirations of their own.
Again, this game against East Central marks the beginning to the second half of the season following the bye week for both yourselves and for the Hornets, for that matter. And we used the word approach earlier and how good it was for your team going into the Canyon game. What approach do you want to see from your football team as they hit the second half of the season? You keep talking about it's more about yourselves than the opponent. So what do you want to see from the Rangers in the second half of the season?
Well, just the nuances. Now that you've got some experience, what are the little not talked about much details of my position and how I fit, and that can be, even though unnoticed by outsiders, that can make a pretty good play into an even better play, or stopping them for a 3-yard run into a zero gain. And I think players become more football wise, and to continue that journey, not think that, well, now it's midseason, I know what I'm doing, and you kind of put it on autopilot. We won't allow that, but I don't think our players want that. And so we want to get as good as you need to be to have a chance to win this district.
And finally, Coach, what keys do you foresee being the biggest ones when you get ready to take on East Central at Ranger Stadium?
Well, we can go back and get some of my prior quotes on this when you asked before, but we'll have to keep Rosemont from going off. We can't, we won't be able to let him go 60, 70 as many times as he's been able to do that. And I think, again, the kicking game, I thought that set the tone the other night. We blocked a punt early. That kind of play, that or a big return, something along, and then take care of the football. When we're not turning it over, at the very least, we're punting them back and we're playing pretty good defense. So taking care of the football will be a big key as well.
Getting the Smoky Mo's family pack for lunch really makes me feel like you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know if it's the 3 meats or the 3 sides, but Mom got all of our favorites.
Hey, there's no eating in this locker room. Smoky Mo's family pack makes us family, which makes me Super Dad. Hey, you boys go mow the lawn, do the laundry, and wash the dishes while you're at it.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
And we're back at Ranger Stadium, just a couple of minutes away from the start of tonight's game as the national anthem finishes up and both teams are back out on the field. We expect both sides to start taking the field any moment now. Again, because our officials didn't really give us the signals of who was doing what, we think Smithson Valley won the toss and deferred, and they will kick off from right to left on the screen today. The wind, which is howling out of the north, So I guess we're going to kick off.
Flipping the field.
Yeah, I guess we're going to kick off left to right with the wind because it's a north wind tonight. So the wind, which normally goes right to left, tonight is going left to right. And everybody knows that's because the cold front came through overnight and changed everything in our lives for at least a day or two.
It's wonderful, too. Finally, fall is in the air. Football weather's in the air.
And I don't know what happened, but they're kicking off to us. So we really don't know who won the toss, except for they're kicking off to us, which leads me to believe they won the toss, even though the official didn't have time to signal anything in the coin flip type situation. So in any event, Smithson Valley will start with the ball, and they will be to the right.
They'll be going against the wind. The wind is going north to south, and that means left to right. So the Rangers will be going into the wind starting at the football game.
Jalen Nutt and Greg Eggleston are back for the Rangers, as you would expect.
You'd expect this football to be kicked out of the end zone, too, with this kind of wind that's coming out.
You would hope so. Right now, the wind, the ball is blown off the tee, so the officials are asking them to, well, they don't have to hold it yet, but if it falls or blows off again, they will. In any event, the kicker is Noah Chavez, 5'11", 175 junior. And the guns are up. Rangers are underway. And this is not going to be deep. In fact, it looks like it's going out of bounds on the far sideline.
Fantastic.
And that'll give the Rangers the ball in great field position as we start with senior Luke Gombert at quarterback. Should be Jacob Fortone behind him. The receivers Tietzman and Eggleston have been starting, along with tight end Chandler Cole. Smith, Muchagemba, Brooks, Benka, and Bell the starting, and the Rangers are going to make them kick it off again. But we do have the starting lineup already in the book, and instead of taking the ball in real good position, the Rangers will ask them to back up 5 yards and kick it again, and maybe Coach Hill knows that the kicker doesn't have a great strong leg.
Yep.
They have to get the football back over from the East Central sideline, because I'm sure we'd already tossed a Smithson Valley football out there for the offense to go with.
Let's talk just for a second as they get ready to kick the football off, and that is the things that you can gain by having a week off prior to this second half of the season, of district play. This is crucial because both teams have been off for a week, and sometimes when you're on a momentum, on a run, you like the momentum, go ahead and play again. Both teams have been off, so we'll see who comes out ready to play here tonight. That's going to be interesting.
Do you come out with a renewed vigor, or do you come out still asleep?
Yeah.
We're hoping it's the former, not the latter. This kickoff is a strong one, and we'll take Eggleston back into the end zone, and it'll be down to there. So the Rangers will start 1st and 10 from the 25, and we'll go from there. And again, all the personnel that we talked about before will be out on the field, and we look forward to what we expect to be an offensive type of game tonight. Hopefully the Ranger offense is good and the Ranger defense is good. That's what we hope.
Well, East Central Hornets still come out with your typical 34 style of defense. That's just 34 personnel. That means 3 down defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, and a safety up tight.
Gombert calls for the snap, gives it to Fortone. Goes right up the middle and gets stopped after a couple of yards. Not too much there. Inside linebacker. Yeah, outside linebacker Michael Martinez got him. A short gain of 2 yards brings up 2nd and 8, and the Rangers will see from the sideline what that play might be.
I'll tell you what, the nose guard for the Hornets is Jaden Jones, 6'1", 300 pounds. He's number 7, a single number kind of guy out there, so we know he must be stud.
Here's a sweep coming left, and this is the backup running back, which is Gabe Hoskins, who's got some good carries so far this year, but he just gets a couple of more yards, and that time Jones, one of those in on the tackle. Yep. It is 3rd down and 6, not really what you want on your opening drive.
No, you want to stay ahead of the chains and maybe make it 2nd and short, 3rd and short, but here you have 2nd or 3rd and long. We'll see what the Rangers come out with.
Eggleston and Tietzman both go wide right. There's a receiver left as well. Gombert rolls a little bit to his left, now looks right, throws it long for Eggleston. He got grabbed right at the end. We got to expect a flag there, and it comes out. That will be pass interference, and there's no doubt about that, as the defensive back grabbed him by the shoulder right as he was about to go under that ball and make a catch. And the flag will give the Rangers first down by penalty.
That's an easy call right there. Like you said, Tony, Eggleston had beat the safety, number 16, Walter Johnson, and all Johnson could do is grab a hold of some Ranger jersey and pull him back. Otherwise, that would have been in the end zone.
So 15 yards. It's not a spot foul, but it is 15 yards.
We're not in the NFL. Automatic first down.
And an automatic first down. So from the 29, math majors, that should take you to the 44. And that's where our umpire is going, and that's where the bar will be spot down. 1st and 10 from the Rangers.
Luke had good pass blocking up front from his interior line that time, so he had enough to step into that throw into the wind, and it was a good 35-yard pass. Would have been caught by Eggleston if it wasn't interfered with, so that was a good job by the offensive line.
So the Ranger gets ready to go again. Here's a handoff to Fortone, open on the right. He's got a seam out to the right, and he'll have first down yardage as he gets near the 45-yard line. After being pushed back, he should still have yardage for the first down, and I think that'll move the chains again.
Nice push by the offensive line. In fact, that's one of the critical factors of the offense for the Rangers here tonight. They're going to have really good offensive line play. That time they had a nice push on the right-hand side, and Fortone saw the grass on the right side and was able to get up and get a first down out of it.
Not real sure all the ingredients of that because I kind of took my eyes off of it, but did we have motion coming left or something?
No.
Because they vacated the right side of our offensive, their left. Right now a tighter formation with a wide receiver right. Fortone fakes the handoff, or Gombert fakes the handoff. Now on the run going left. Has a man in the middle and completes it to Tietzman, who catches it and then goes upfield past the 30-yard line before he's dragged down on nice defensive play. Oh, that was a 40 that had a tackle. Yeah, Justin Gutierrez, a defensive tackle by position, ended up tackling him down the field.
That was a really good play by Luke Gombert because he was coming out and he really didn't have a receiver open, but by buying time, Tietzman was able to get open. He was able to get the pass to him.
Gombert
nice job.
Takes the snap, gives it to Fortone. Right off right guard, get a couple of yards. Ball was spotted at the 28, pardon me, so a gain of about 3 to the 25. It'll be 2nd down and 7. A whole bunch of Hornets were in on the tackle there as they really clogged up the middle for the 2nd or 3rd time tonight.
That's usually a good place to run, is behind Nathan Matsuguma, number 65, the left guard. And but it looked like there was 2 or 3 Hornets that the defensive players are right there in that hole. A little bit too much for him to take on that time.
This is the 6th play of the drive, which continues now at the 25, 2nd and 7. This is, I think it's Eggleston who squirts out the left side, gets across the 20. Don't know if they'll give him first down yardage to the 19, but he'll be close. It should be 3rd and 1 as he's brought down out there again by Gutierrez, a defensive tackle out on the edge.
You know, this is nothing fancy we see in this opening drive as far as those of us who've watched the Ranger football for several years. This is very typical. You run left, run right, throw, play action, keep the defense on their toes, off balance. That's exactly what's happening in this first drive.
Again to Fortone up the middle. Ooh. I'm not sure he got it that time as the defensive line really pushed in from that side. Along with linebacker Cornell George, some interior linemen really clogged it up.
He might have lost a yard there.
Might have. But the ball's at the 19. It'll be 4th and 1. I think the Rangers are going to go for it. You're kicking into a mighty wind on this end of the field.
Well, even if you don't get it, you've got them backed up. So this is the right call.
Douglas goes wide right. Tietzman down on the left. 2 backs in the backfield, Fortone and Eggleston. The tight end Chandler Cole is off the right side. A little adjustment to the play as the play clock goes under 5. Gombert with his handle. Gives it to Eggleston going off left tackle. He gets first down yardage, but then gets brought down about the 16-yard line, so not a real big gain. Down at the bottom of that tackle is one of the safeties, Isaac Mata, along with linebacker Dimitri Rodriguez.
Well, you thought Eggleston had a little bit of daylight, and I mean it closed quick that time when the outside linebacker Rodriguez came up and closed the gap. But it was enough for a first down. That's the main thing.
So another first down puts the Rangers at 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Now we'll call it the 16. Gombert has motion now as Fortone goes to his left and takes the handoff going right. He's got some room on the right side, cuts it up in, gets across the 10, falls forward to about the 6-yard line. Not quite first down yardage, but as he's brought down, the Rangers will have 2nd down and short.
Good block on the perimeter by number 44, Austin Howell. He's the fullback, and he led that time on that play and did a nice job of really sealing off the perimeter and left a lot of daylight out there for the runner.
So the second time we've run a sweep type off tackle right and seen a lot of room. So we've got to put that in our memories because we'll see that again a bunch tonight, I'm sure. Eggleston out wide to the left. Somebody moved on the left side, I think, as we run the ball up the middle with Fortone. A short gain, first down yardage. Boy, the inside receiver jumped. I'm not real sure why we didn't see a flag, but it's a first down run for Fortone.
Pretty impressive drive so far. You're knocking on the door here on the 5-yard line. Opening drive of this critical 26-6A game. Well, if they can punch it in right here, that really sets a tone.
And you've taken almost half the first quarter clock up.
Yep.
Eggleston up the middle, has a block, gets through, wiggles, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Rangers, Greg Eggleston with another touchdown, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Rangers have taken a 6-0 lead with the extra point to come.
Nothing fancy there, just classic Ranger football, just a dive off the left-hand side, following blocks by 65 Maxaguma and Devin Smith, the left tackle. And Eggleston was able to wiggle his way right on the D-gap, right in the end zone. Great job. Good execution.
Well, maybe they won't. I didn't see a flag. Did you see a flag?
I did not. Is it after the play?
You know what?
I think it was after the play. Is there? Dead. Yeah.
Personal foul against Smithson Valley. That means it'll be assessed on the kickoff?
On the kickoff.
Okay.
It was after the play.
So after the play, a personal foul. We don't know what kind of personal foul, which normally...
I guess if you don't hand the football back to the referee and you kind of throw it on the ground, that's a penalty?
No, I don't. In any event, the Rangers will come on with the extra point. And this is not our normal kicker. Yes, it is. Joaquin Rodriguez is out for the extra point. It's up and good, and the Rangers lead it 7-0. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. We've got a timeout on the field as the Rangers lead it 7-0 on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GBTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GBTC has me connected.
So the Rangers score on their open drive as they put together quite a drive. 11 plays, and they cover 75 yards and do it in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So an impressive drive to start the game for the Rangers.
Well, Coach Hill was a little concerned at how the team would come out if they come out flat after having a week off. I think offensively they came out on all systems go because they looked really good just marching down the field.
One of the things we did talk about both off the air and on the air was the East Central defense is not a really good defense.
No.
They don't have the kind of – they have several pockets of really good players, like their defensive line is good and half of their secondary is above average, but they don't have 11 strong defensive personnel, which means you can move the ball on them. So it was good to see the Rangers do that off the start.
They're small on the back end, so they're scrappy, but they're averaging almost 30 points by the opposition every single game.
Rodriguez's kick will be up in the air high, but will be fielded at about the 40. The Rangers cover it well as the Tubas are in the way, but they do, as we really couldn't tell who was back deep for the Hornets.
It was Tadion Lott, 5'9", 160 running back, sophomore.
So 4, and I thought 10 was back there as well.
Yeah.
So in any event, we'll see more of that later. So the Hornets will come out. Their typical, like, no-huddle offense try to be in a hurry. Again, they have the premier running back in D'Angelo Rosemont and the sophomore quarterback, Caden DeSanko. So their first drive of the game, they'll give it to Rosemont up the middle, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and yet he gets almost 4 yards out to the 44. There was nothing there, folks, as the Rangers were all over him, but he managed to get up the field. The first contact was made by Luke Seminaro. Trey Witcher was there. Trey Moore was around, and the Rangers had him, and he got 4 yards.
Yeah, well, that's the sign of a good back. I mean, just because there's nothing there, but at the point of contact, you're able to get a couple of yards. That's just a sign of a good back.
So after a 4-yard run, it's 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Rosemont going left, and he
Nice.
gets hit in the backfield. Will they get him down? And they do get him to the ground. First contact, I think, was Trey Witcher. But there were a bunch of Rangers there to clean it up. They give him credit to the 41, so a loss of 4 brings up 3rd down and 11.
You know, Tony, that's how you really corral someone as good as Rosemont. You get him in the backfield before he has a chance to cut up field and get some momentum. That time, Padilla was in the backfield and was able to get a stop, wrap him up by the legs for a loss.
So they've got 4 receivers set on this one, and Basenko wants to, he's going to pull it down. Now he's going to throw it up the field and throws it away as he throws it too far, intended for Bryant Kelly. I think he had the idea when he broke through the offensive line to run for it, and he might have had a chance to get a first down if he does, but it's incomplete and 4th down.
Well, that's what we noticed in looking at film. He doesn't really want to scramble and keep his eyes down the field to throw the football. He really wants to, once he gets pressure, to tuck it and run.
So 4:56 to go in the first quarter, and we get our first 3 and out. We didn't really put a number on it, but if we can get a half a dozen 3 and outs tonight, this is a game that's manageable to win.
Well, it's called managing the game against a good running back, and that's what they've done so far.
And I believe they have a delay of game here as they didn't get the punt off in time.
Jalen Nutt was coming on the field late, too. They're trying to figure this one out.
So procedure is the call, not delay of game.
Okay.
So again, East Central, 4:56 to go in the opening quarter, will come out to punt.
Oh.
Did we get a hand on it?
I think we did.
So partially blocked. It'll roll out to about the Ranger 32. Mason Livingston was back to recover.
That was Trey Moore again, Tony, getting him in the backfield to blunt that punt. He got enough of it to really deflect it.
Right. Tristan Peterson is the punter. Moore got a hand on it, partially blocked, but he'll still end up getting almost 26 yards on the punt.
He was lucky to get that with a good roll, actually. Trey Moore's just, I'll tell you what, that's a complete football player. When you can play defensive tackle, now tonight he's playing defensive end. He comes in there and gets a partial block on the first punt. I mean, that's just selling out for your team and making a difference already in this football game.
So 1st and 10 from the 33, 4:46 to go in the opening quarter. We'll hand it off to Eggleston. He bounces outside. He's got some room. He's on the sideline. One man to beat, gets run down from behind as he is slowed down by the cornerback. But a great job by Greg Eggleston to get the edge on the left side and take it up the field for a nice gain. In fact, 21 yards on the run.
Nothing up the middle, so this time Eggleston just dips outside. That's where the green grass is, and he makes enough for first down.
Let me correct
myself. It's just good heads-up play that time by Greg Eggleston.
Call it a 20-yard run to be exact. So Fortone's alone in the backfield with Gombert now. 2 receivers wide left, 1 tight left, or wide right. Out to Teetsman on the right side, beats the cornerback to the ball on a nice little slant, and it's first down yardage to the 32-yard line. Nice pass play from Gombert to Teetsman.
I'll tell you right now, the East Central defense, they really don't know what to expect because they stood up. Their defensive lineman just, at the snap of the ball, just stood straight up. And that time, the offensive lineman just had their hands right in their chest. It was beautiful. And look, that gave Luke Gombert just plenty of time and room just to wait till Teetsman made his break inside on a dig route. Nice pass catch for first down, or almost for first down, excuse me.
Are they going to measure this?
No, they gave it to him.
Well, I'm going to say, we don't measure anymore. We just say it's close, it's a first down. I don't remember what
benefit
game.
of the doubt goes to the offense.
I don't know what game it was over the last weekend, but the ball was a half yard shy, and they gave him a first down. Eggleston going right, has some room, cuts it upfield. He'll get 4 or 5 on that one. Nice job by offensive center Taylor Brooks chasing the defender clear out beyond the 40-yard line as he was going after Eggleston. The offensive center just took him way out of the play, and Eggleston will check out.
Right now, you just know that Coach Larry Hill and the offensive coordinator Jeff Shin, right now they know they got a lot going on. They're in rhythm offensively, and so there's a lot of things that they can do at this situation. 2nd and 6.
Fortone the back. Gombert takes the snap, gives it to Fortone going right. There's some room over there. What we talked about earlier, if you go right, there's room, and they continue to abuse it. The ball up to the 25, so a run of 5 yards. After a run of 4, it should be 3rd down and about 1.
Well, the formation will tell you sometimes if they're going to go that direction because Austin Howell lines up in that fullback tab position, and he's the lead blocker. And this time they went back to the right-hand side, and he did a nice job on that lead block again.
Receiver either way now. 2 backs in the backfield. Eggleston and Fortone both on either side of Gombert. Will change the play from the sideline. Gombert will tell his offensive line. Takes the snap, gives it to Fortone. Going right, this time a little tighter, but he's got a first down run. Not tripped up till he gets over the 20-yard line. That was one of the big defensive linemen there that got him down.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, the offensive coaches are just having a heyday because right now they know they're doing anything that they want to do. They're executing very well, and that East Central Hornet defense, they're just kind of putting their hands on the hips, knowing what's going to come next. They really have a doubt as far as what they can do at this point.
9 seniors and 2 sophomores on that defense. Here's Fortone, little seam up the middle, off guard. Get pretty good yardage. Not a big hole, but he managed to get 3 or 4 yards, maybe 5 up to the 15-yard line. Down at the bottom of that pile is Jaden Jones, but another gain of 5 gives the Rangers 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, another good push there on the right-hand side between Taylor Brooks and Ryan Benka. To get that 5 yards, Tony. Nice job by the offensive line right now, just playing and executing what they're supposed to do, assigned duties. Let the running backs pick and choose the green grass, and they're just hitting it. All cylinders right now, all cylinders.
If you're going to run, you're going to run to the right is what our MO has been so far. Gombert to Fortone. He's going right again. Out the edge, he gets to the edge. Finally dragged out of bounds. He's close to first down yardage. There's also a flag on the play, and that looks like in a position where it could be holding.
Well, either that or face mask. It looked like the flag came out when he was being dragged down.
A referee, which hasn't been the best communicator tonight, looks like he'll come over here and give us a signal. Personal foul, face mask. Jeff got it right. So in addition to the nearly first down run, we'll get a first down by penalty if it wasn't. He's going to be short of a first down by the run, but the penalty will give us the first down inside the 10-yard line. The flag is laying on the 10, so half the distance to the goal would be the 5.
Right.
And I believe that's where they're going to put the ball. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, Fortone, he's such a hard runner, and you know what? He's not going to go down with 1 or 2 hits on his body, and it takes 3 or 4 guys, and it's that third defender came in and tried to strip the ball, and you could see his hand go right over the face mask and when his head went down, and that's when the referee threw the flag.
After an 11-yard play to start the game, the Rangers are in the midst of now their 8th play of this drive, and I think East Central wants a timeout. He just So East Central takes a timeout with 1:28 to go in the opening quarter. There is a timeout on the field. We will take it with them here on the Ranger Network. The Rangers up 7-0.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GBTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GBTC has me connected.
Back to Ranger Stadium. We're not quite a quarter into this game, and Jeff has said it a couple of times. Their defense looks winded after 2 drives of the Rangers.
Well, when you take a physical pounding that they've been taking already for this first quarter, it takes it out on you fairly quick, and they have not been substituting the defensive line or linebackers. Now, again, in our pregame, we mentioned that the 3 down defensive linemen for the Hornets, they're big, and they held up a lot of the offensive linemen. Their linebackers and safeties are small, but they're scrappy. But right now, our offensive linemen are getting to the second level and getting a hat on those linebackers and safeties, and that's what's made a difference in opening up more and more holes for the running backs to be able to get more green grass.
A minute 28 to go in the opening quarter. Rangers up 7-0. Now at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Here's Fortone. Started left and went back right. Got somebody on his back and is dragged down after barely a gain of a yard. So the Rangers will have 2nd and goal from the 4.
Yeah, Fortone was given number 7, Jaden Jones, who's 300 pounds, a piggyback route. Now, that's a heavy boy on top of you.
It is indeed. And again, you've heard us, there's been about 3 of their defenders that we've called on most of the tackles tonight. So not everybody's getting involved in the game, but they're trying to do their best. It's 2nd and goal from the 4. Eggleston in motion. They give it to Fortone the opposite way. Coming left. He should be in the end zone, and he is. Another Ranger touchdown. Jacob Fortone with the touchdown, his 7th of the season. And the Rangers go up 13-0, this time going left behind Smith and Muchagemba. And the Rangers have taken a 2-touchdown lead with the extra point to come.
Classic play this time by the Ranger Arsenal. This time is Fortone taken to the left, and he had a nice outside block by Eric Tietzman on the cornerback. He was able to scoot into the end zone. Good job. Good execution.
Rodriguez on for the extra point. Snap, the hold, the kick, all good.
That's good.
Our snapper is Chandler Cole. Our holder is Luke Gombert. And the kick by Rodriguez makes it 14-0. So, with that timeout to go, 48 seconds left in the opening quarter. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Community is really important to
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Tell them about the hygienists. They are super gentle and really nice.
I will do that. Let's do that again. Community is a really important part of Summer Hill Dental.
Dad, did you tell all the kids about the awesome prize box?
I have not, but I will.
Okay.
Seriously, are we getting billed by the hour here? Here at Summerhill Dental, we not only are really good at implants, we have gentle hygienists and awesome prize boxes. We also love our community. We are your Smithson Valley dentists. Go Rangers.
Back to the Ranger Network as the Rangers have jumped ahead in the first quarter 14-0 over the Hornets of East Central. 9 plays, 67 yards, 4 minutes, 1 second on that drive. 2 lengthy drives by the Rangers have them up by 2 scores. Rodriguez will kick it off into the wind. High, floating. It is caught by the Hornets, and he continues to move from left to right.
To Sean Johnson.
It is Johnson, the sophomore at 5'10", 165, one of the deep backs for the Hornets, who brings it out to the 29-yard line where East Central will start 1st and 10.
Well, just because you have 14 points on the Hornets, you just cannot light up at all, because these guys can strike at any time. They're that good. Very explosive offense.
D'Angelo Roseman can score 14 points in 42 seconds if you let him. DeSanko wants to throw out to the left. Intended for and incomplete. Looking for Oglesby. Over the top of him. Betsy on coverage. Mason Livingston also in the vicinity, along with Jalen Nutt, as they send 2 receivers wide to the left and 1 to the right.
I don't know why you'd try to throw the football unless he's just trying to take advantage of the wind at the back. Run.
DeSanko ready. Takes the snap, gives it to Roseman. Bounces out to the left, has a room. Boy, he's quick as he gets his first and second step going forward. He juts ahead. He's got about 9 yards out to the 38. It'll be 3rd down and 1 after the 8-yard run, or 9-yard run.
That's tough. It's hard to corral Rosemont because he's so darn quick. He dips inside, went outside where the green grass was, and able to pick up 9 yards. And now you're looking at 3rd and 1, total different situation.
And he's got great vision, and he's got great feet. Those two combinations make you a really good running back. Defense will try to get a stop here. They'll give it to Rosemont up the middle. He gets hit, but I think he's got first down yardage. He's right near the 39. They'll spot him at the 39 and wave the sticks along. So just a short gain as the Rangers were there. A bunch of Rangers, including Connor Hambrook, come up from the bottom of the pile. But it's first down yardage for Rosemont, and the East Central has another drive to go.
Well, that's pretty typical. He did get just enough for the first down. Thomas Zoic did a nice job filling the D gap to close it off quickly. That's what you need to do to play before.
And that's the end of the first quarter. The Rangers lead at 14-0 after the opening frame. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
We're back to action on the Ranger Network. Rosemont wants to come left, and again, stopped near the line of scrimmage. He pushes forward and gets almost 5 yards out near the 44-yard line. I guess they'll call it the 40. Yeah, it's the 44, so 4 yards on first down.
You know, he's not a big, Rosemont is not a big guy. In fact, Trey Moore had his paws all over him, but he's able to squirt out and scoot up for, 3 or 4 yards. It's amazing.
Rosemont going right, avoids a tackler and then bounces out. He'll get upended by Livingston, but not until he gets past midfield and gets first down yardage.
This is what we typically saw in film, and that is it's hard to just control D'Angelo Rosemont. He's just so talented. That time he dipped in and out, spun around one tackler, and he made enough for a first down. It's just amazing to see the kid run.
And we've talked about it looked to me like that time we had 3 down linemen and we're more in a 3-4 than a 4-3. Now we've got 4 down linemen back on the field, so keep an eye on that. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll give it to Rosemont, going right. Cuts inside, gets a couple of yards before he's stopped there on the spot. Trey Moore is there along with Mason Livingston and give him a gain of 2 to the 47.
Tony, I really believe the key to slow Rosemont down is you got to get a hand on him at the line of scrimmage. That last play is a good example of it. If you get him before he can cut upfield, you have a chance.
So the run continues. They're across midfield now at the 47, 2nd and 9. Pasanko gives it to Rosemont again, tries to bounce inside, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. In there for a nice-looking play. It's one of the safeties, isn't it? Is that Betsy? Oh, it's Sanders, America Sanders, pardon me. Our inside linebacker just jetted. He just burst through the gap.
He jetted.
And put a couple of arms around D'Angelo Rosemont's legs. And 2 minutes into the second quarter, they have a 3rd down and 10 from the 47-yard line.
This is the position you have to get this offense in. Now they're going to have to make a decision if you want Pasanko to have to try to throw the football.
Into the wind.
Exactly.
He's going to run. He's got 3 receivers out here setting up a screen. Caught by Rosemont, and he's tackled on the spot. Great open field tackling by the Rangers. What a nice-looking play as there's timeout on the field. Don't know what happened.
That was a great play that time by Carson Padilla.
Did we have a penalty or what?
No.
Well, why did we stop the clock? We had to. They're moving forward. Personal foul, face mask. So they're going to be stopped on 4th down but get a first down by penalty.
Well, what we couldn't see, Tony, from our angle is that maybe Padilla had grabbed a little bit of face mask while trying to wrestle him down to the turf. But I tell you what, Padilla couldn't have played it any better that time on that screen play that time to Rosemont. Now Rosemont is split out in the slot formation. Watch out for a reverse.
1st and 10. 9.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Rangers by 2 scores, 14-0. Basenko kind of fumbled the snap. He's going to try to run upfield, but he's cornered in the backfield. Trey Witcher among those that got credit for the tackle, so it'll lose a couple of yards and be second and long. But as he got the snap, and I don't know what he was going to do with it, he kind of fumbled it in his hands.
Well, by that time, Richard was almost in his pocket, too. Trey Richard did a nice job just beating the offensive guard, and I believe that was Satelio, who's a 6'3", 305-pound guard. And tell you what, Richard just did a nice job getting in the backfield. Great technique.
So 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They had a 5-receiver set on that last one, as Jeff mentioned. Rosemont out. This time they hand it to Rosemont. He bounces, gets hit about the 35, and then finally dragged down. He has got some kind of feet. He just keeps hopping until he can explode off to that plant foot, and he is a dangerous running back, but gets only 2, and there's another stop of play as I don't know if we can't see flags. Now they wind the flag, so I don't know why
the clock's running.
But why are they stopping it there? I'm confused by this crew. In any event, it is 3rd and 11 after the loss of 1, or gain 1, pardon me, on the run. They'll send 2 receivers to the right. Russell's in the backfield with a fullback in front of him.
Watch the fullback in the flat.
They give it to Rosemont.
There you
Tries
go.
to bounce outside. Trey Moore comes upfield, and he'll wrap him up and throw him down. Wow, the junior defensive end, Trey Moore, will put an end to that run, and it'll be 4th and long.
The fullback, number 33, John Lipson, usually lines up and is blocking backside, and that time he would have to block Trey Moore. Trey Moore would have none of it and would beat the block and then make the tackle in the backfield on Rosemont. Just an excellent play that time by the junior defensive end.
Looks like they'll send the punt unit out. And it's Peterson, Tristan Peterson, the senior punter, into the wind if he does punt. And he will. Just kind of pooches it, aims it for the sideline, and it'll go out inside the 15-yard line. At least it'll be down inside the 15, and that's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10. That was both Nutt and Livingston back deep. We'll keep this one here with 7:10 to go just to talk about. Now we have a long field. We had the ball at 25, then we had it at 33. Now the Rangers will start from their own, I believe that's the 13. So, Jeff, as we continue to talk about what we've done offensively, that time their offense got 10 plays on a drive and was then stopped again by the defense. Now our offense really would be nice to take up a lot of this quarter, what's left of it, 7 minutes, and get another score.
Well, they'll have the wind at their back, so look for a little more of a passing opportunity as well.
Fortone up the middle. Will get a bit. I think they'll give him a couple of yards to the 15.
You know, it looked like Luke kind of had to go down deep or almost to the turf to pick up that snap. We've had some issues the last 3 or 4 games on the snap.
Jaden Jones, the big tackle, in on the tackle. Fortone gets a couple of yards. It's 2nd down and 8.
Well, the one thing I know Coach Hill is probably thinking, we don't need a 3 and out right here and then punt and get it back into good field position in East Central. We need to sustain a long drive here. Even if we don't get any points, just take time off the clock.
Tight formation, Fortone up the middle. He gets hit pretty much as he gets past the line of scrimmage. And again, it's Jaden Jones, the senior tackle, that hit him first. They'll give him credit for 2 yards to the 17, but that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6, which is a little longer than you want.
That's not what you want at this point. So probably a little play action pass or rollout, getting Luke out of the pocket because it looks like he's getting a little bit of pressure right now up the front, up the middle.
Game clock will go under 6 minutes to go when we snap this one. Rangers lead it 14-0, have scored on both their first 2 drives. Howell in motion to the right side. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Gombert wants to throw. Has Eggleston in the flat on the 2nd level. It's no, it's not Tietzman. It is Freeland. That time he can't hold on to it, and it's incomplete pass as the Rangers will have a 3 and out and have to punt.
Well, that's what I thought they would run, is that rollout to the right-hand side where Luke can just kind of look at one. He has 3 receiver options, and he went to the deep option that time to Freeland. It hit him in the hands. It was going to be a tough catch, but it did hit him in the hands. That would have been a great pickup. Unfortunately, now the Rangers have to punt.
He was well covered by Carmichia.
This is when you need to boom a punt.
Garrett Brooks will put his toe to it, end over end. It should get a good roll, and it does. Hits about midfield and will roll all the way near the 20. So the Rangers will be able to flip field position here and start East Central back deep in their own possession, or own end of the field at the 20-yard line. So a good-looking start for the Rangers defensively as they get a nice punt that ends up being over 55 yards by Garrett Brooks.
That's one way to flip the field, is just have a good punt like that. And everybody's doing that rugby style of punt where you get an end-over-end effect. That time, Brooks had a nice job and got a really nice long roll out of it.
Midway through the second quarter, 5:38 to go. Rangers up 14-0. East Central with the ball at their 20. Bosanko wants to throw it. He gets it to the edge. A nice pass and catch by Anston Bryant Kelly, the junior wide receiver at 6'4", 175. His first catch of the game. Gets about half of the yardage needed, a 5-yard gain, and they're at 2nd and 5. Good coverage by Noah Flores out on this end. They send 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Bosanko looking to the sideline as coaches are over there sending some signals in. Now Jalen Nutt has some questions as he's out far on the left side. Bosanko is going to throw again. Looking same place again, this time better coverage. Now he wants to run, then he throws it at the last second, and it goes incomplete. Intended for Rosemond, who had come out of the backfield.
Well, that time the Rangers secondary was in cover 2, and everything was zone under. And actually, Bosanko just hadn't had anywhere to go with the football. And again, since he's a sophomore, he doesn't have as much game experience underneath his belt. So when things aren't right, you can scramble to try to make a play or tuck it and run. Right now, he's so indecisive. Does he want to run with the football, or does he want to try to scramble, try to throw the ball down the field? And right now, you really can't tell.
He's not a skinny guy at 5'9" and 185, but he is a sophomore. This time they give it to Rosemond, sweeping right. Tries to get outside. Gets one good block, but then the rest of the Rangers are there, and he'll lose 5 yards back to the 30 as the Rangers are all over that one. Jalen Nutt, along with America Sanders and some others, just really shut him down.
Tony, what started that process was Thomas Zoeg, number 2, the linebacker. He got such great penetration that actually Rosemond had to just bounce outside, and that let the pursuit catch up to him.
He couldn't get to him because of the block, but he forced him wide when he was going right, as we described it.
Exactly.
And that was a good job. Now the punter, Peterson, will come on into the wind, straight up in the air, and I don't think it'll get past the line of scrimmage. It goes, about a 7-yard punt, goes out of bounds at the East Central 27. So the punt is 7 yards, and the Rangers deep into East Central territory.
Well, Tony, who was putting pressure on the punter again? Well, it's old number 9, Trey Moore. I don't think he got a piece of it this time, but he put so much pressure that the punter just muffed it.
Well, we know this so far because we've seen it. Tristan Peterson is not an accomplished punter. So I think he's fearing everything now, kicking into the wind, and now a guy's running up at him. He didn't get a very good foot on it, and the Rangers are 1st and 10 from the 27 of East Central.
What a great opportunity now for the Rangers to put more points on the boards right here.
And off to Fortone, breaks a tackle, gets past the 20 before he's dragged down, and good-looking run by Fortune, about 9 yards. I think he's just shy of a first down. Michael Martinez in on the tackle at the 18. It's 2nd and 1.
Fortune had to break a tackle by 56, the inside linebacker Michael Brown, and once he broke it, he was able to scoot up for almost a first down. Just a great individual effort that time by Fortune.
Rangers would love nothing more than make this a 21-0 score after this drive and try to end the half down here on this end of the field. Gombert has a running back either side. 2 receivers to the right. Fortone up the middle. First down yardage as he gets to the 15 before he's dragged down from behind by Dalton Young, a senior backup defensive tackle. So the gain...
Well, he got enough for the first down.
Is a first down. And the Rangers taking plenty of time. Play clock still at 20 as they get the sign in from the sideline. Gombert would be well just to let that play clock run as much as he can. Three receivers bunched out to the right. Fortone the lone setback. Eggleston in motion. They give it to Fortone right as Eggleston comes in motion left. He breaks a tackle. He breaks loose. Jacob Fortone into the end zone. His 8th touchdown of the year, his 2nd of the night. There is a flag out on the right side. They'll place it at about the 8, and again, you'd like to see what that might be. It is holding against the Rangers. Take the Fortone touchdown off the board.
You know, I'm gonna call on. That's questionable on this one. Danny Bell, the right tackle, was out on the perimeter making a great block. He might have had a little bit of the jersey on the outside shoulder, and I think that's what the referee saw. To me, from him, my angle, I thought it was a great block. But I tell you what, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Now you're back to first down on the 18-yard line.
So the penalty is about 5 yards of line of scrimmage yardage. So first down and 13 from the 18-yard line.
They're going small package in the backfield when they take Howell out of the game. This is a whole nother set of plays that Coach Shen can call from the sidelines. Now we got a timeout by the Rangers.
So 3:20 to go in the opening quarter, or the second quarter, pardon me. The Rangers up 14-0. There's a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them on the Ranger Network.
You know, getting the Smoky Mo's family pack for lunch really makes me feel like you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know if it's the 3 meats or the 3 sides, but Mom got all of our favorites.
Hey, there's no eating in this locker room. Smoky Mo's family pack makes us family, which makes me Super Dad. Hey, you boys go mow the lawn, do the laundry, and wash the dishes while you're at it.
Back to Ranger Stadium here on the Ranger Network. 3:20 to go. This drive's been 1 minute and 25 seconds. We've run 3 plays, pardon me. 2 that have been successful, 1 that was called holding. So it is 1st and 13 from the 18-yard line. Rangers would like to chew up a bunch of this clock and score here at the end of the first half.
They're in their 20 small package, so this is going to be interesting what they run here.
Receiver either side of Gombert takes the snap. Fortone right. Eggleston blocking. He's got some room and then gets spun down after a gain of about 3 or 4. Give him credit to the 14, so a gain of 4. Bunch of Michael Brown, one of the inside linebackers, got the biggest part of that tackle. Give him a credit of 4 on the run.
Well, right now they're just milking the clock, taking their time. They can pick up a first down by getting to the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
So interesting. They're keeping that. No, they brought in now Howell, so that they're going to big package. A little bit different kind of calls that they can run right here.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Howell's on the left. Gombert wants to roll to the left. Has some blocking. Has a man in the end zone. It's Tietzman, and he overthrows him. Goodness.
Wide open.
Tietzman.
That's that rollout.
He started on the left side, went up the field, and then broke out towards the corner.
Yeah.
And was wide open, and Luke missed him, and they've got a player down on the field after the incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 9.
That play is designed like that, Tony, where the wide receiver goes right at the safety thinking he's going to block down on him. And what he does, he breaks it off and goes back out to the flat. And he was wide open. It's just unfortunate that Luke just overthrew him. Now is that 1 player or 2 players down?
It is 1 down, and they're going to look at him for a few minutes, so we will take a timeout on the field as well. The Rangers lead at 14-0. 2:29 to go in the opening half. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
So 3rd and 9 for the Rangers. We're back on the Ranger Network. 2:29 to go in the opening half. Second quarter play. The Rangers on a short field Now we'll try their 6th play of the drive, 3rd and 9 from the 19. Gombert with running back either side of him, wants to throw, has Eggleston in the flat, gives it to him, and he dropped it. So we'll say Luke missed the receiver in the end zone, which would have been a touchdown. This one would have been good yardage, and Eggleston simply lets it go off his hands. And with the wind at their back, the Rangers will try a field goal, I believe, from Joaquin Rodriguez.
Oh, that's just a missed opportunity that time for Greg Eggleston. He's such a playmaker. For him to hit that pass, hit him right in the chest, and him dropping it, you just don't see that very often.
This will be a 31-yard try again with the wind at his back. Not a lot of field goal tries this season. Cole's snap, Gombert's hold. The kick looks perfect. It's right down the middle. Joaquin Rodriguez, his 3rd field goal of the year from 31 yards, and the Rangers lead it 17-0. We have timeout on the field. The Rangers lead it 17-0 late in the second quarter on the Ranger Network.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
We're back to Ranger Stadium, where the Rangers have gone up with 3 scores now, 17-0, 2:21 left in the half.
Hey, Tony, we do have a couple score updates now in 26-6A. Clemens 14, Canyon Cougars 7. That's about 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And over at New Braunfels, just down the road, Judson is up pretty big in the second quarter, 33-7 over the Unicorns.
Well, the Unicorns got beat 2 weeks ago to this East Central team, and that was one I'm sure they didn't count on.
No.
As they were flying after an opening win over Canyon. In any event, the Rangers lead at 17-0, 2:21 to go, second quarter. Rodriguez will kick it off, the wind at his back. We expect this one in the end zone. And
good kick.
There it goes. So East Central will start 1st and 10 from their own 25 with 2:21 to go.
Well, so far you'd have to give a lot of credit to this Ranger defense by basically holding down Rosemont, who's probably one of the premier backs in this Alamo City. And so far, so good. They've done a good job with it. Right now, you just don't want to give them anything cheap and easy by one a big explosive play. Let them cut it upfield and get in the end zone. It'd be nice to go into halftime with a big old goose egg for the Hornets.
We'll talk about their score by quarters during the halftime, but they have been a great team of adjustments in the second half, only allowing 19 points in the third quarter by their opponents. And their second quarter is normally their explosive quarter. They've scored in 5 games 72 points in the second quarter, and so far in the second quarter tonight they're scoreless.
Well, Tony, one thing that you and I discussed in pregame or before the game, and that is, this Hornets that defense, it's so explosive on offense, but they really haven't played against a good defense like the Rangers are. And now that's their first test against a real solid defense. And I'd have to say now the Rangers have held up their end of the deal.
5 receivers now, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Basenko throws it out. It's Rosemont in the flat. He'll get surrounded, breaks 1 tackle, falls forward, and gets 5 yards. It was quite a play there as they really had him surrounded, but he squirts like he has been all night, and a 5-yard gain makes it 2nd and 5. The clock now running under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Rosemont behind Basenko now. He'll run out to the right side, has to block somebody. It's Livingston on a blitz, or pardon me, it's not Livingston, but the blitz was, they throw it out, Oglesby, the intended receiver, but it is incomplete. That was Brooks that was in the backfield, putting pressure on Basenko, and it's an incomplete pass.
Well, again, Brooks.
But there's a flag out on the field.
Yeah, Brooks getting such great penetration on the quarterback, Basenko, really disrupt the rhythm of that play from even becoming successful.
Where it is right now is where their receiver was, so is that defensive holding. An eligible receiver downfield. Wow. That doesn't make any sense because, you think Rosemont was going right out maybe for a screen pass? Nah, they weren't setting up for a screen, so that was just an offensive lineman that kind of ran downfield when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, when a receiver blocks before the pass, then that's offensive pass interference. So that's just a lineman going downfield, getting confused, and yeah.
So it remains second down. The play does not count, and it's a 5-yard penalty. It's now second down and 10.
New quarterback.
Oh,
that's Rosemont. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Rosemont took a direct snap, and he continues to get pushed up the field. Give it a gain of about 5 before they'll blow the whistle. So a direct snap to their running back, D'Angelo Rosemont, gets about 5 back. It'll be third down and 5 on the run by the running back. Basenko was just lined up outside, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just sitting here amazed at how small Rosemont is, but yet he runs like he's Earl Campbell out there. It's amazing.
He is as elusive as any running back I have seen this season or even last.
But he's a tough runner.
And we've seen some good running backs at Steele and Judson and Clemens. And he is as elusive as any. A minute 4 to go in the quarter. I think East Central is going to call a timeout. They will. We'll keep it here and talk about things. Is a minute 4 to go. You've kept them scoreless the whole first half. They're on their own 30. It's 3rd and 5. Right now, a first down's really irrelevant. You just want to slow them down. Nothing big. The Rangers have done a great job of not allowing a single big play so far. That has to be the only focus you have right now is no big plays.
Right now, you're probably feeling good about your execution. You're doing it. You're working your game plan. And then the flip side to what you're talking about, Tony, is okay, guys, don't give them anything easy. Don't give up the big play and get them right back into this football game. You know, I'm surprised that they called timeout, honestly, because there's a minute 4, and if they don't get this, they're going to have to punt into the wind, and the Rangers will have a little bit of time left to be able to maybe put some points on the board.
He punts badly again, you'd be in their territory.
I don't understand that. I'd want to run this thing and get out of here this first half.
Yeah. They'll have 3 receivers to the right as they come back out on the field. 64 seconds to go in the first half. Rangers up 17-0. Rosemont is set beside. He's going to take the snap. Basenko, actually, he'll take it, fake it, go up the middle. One man to beat, and he gets outside, but he's outside, and he'll stop the clock as he's chased out by Sinney, but not until he has first down yardage up to they give him the 41. So the 11-yard run is a first down, and the clock stops with 58 seconds to go.
That's been their most effective play. Just let Rosemont take the direct snap. He's 6, 7, 8 yards back behind the center, so he can just pick and choose wherever the open seam is. And that's what he's doing.
Basenko back at quarterback, Rosemont to his left. 2 right, 1 left on the receivers. They give it to Rosemont, tries to feel his way up the field. Well, the interior part of the defense has been just dynamic tonight for the Rangers. He has gotten some yards here and there. That's a 3-yard gain, which isn't a bad gain, but he can't get it loose up the middle, and the clock runs under 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's because the Ranger defensive line is having gap integrity. They're going 3 down linemen, but they're doing a good job taking care of all the gaps.
Basenko takes the snap. Fakes it to Rosemont, now throws up the middle, intended for the big wide receiver. That's Bryant Kelly, and I think he pulled it in. And it is a completed pass near the 33-yard line into Ranger territory. It's first down. The clock will run with the moving of the chains. But then it starts again. The clock is running. Chains are in place. Under 15 seconds to go. Basenko wants to throw. Looking for a man up the middle. Now has to scramble as there's pressure, and he gets sacked. And that should be the end of the first half unless they call a timeout, and they will. So back at the 38-yard line, a loss of about 5. Timeout East Central. We'll keep it here with 8 seconds to go in the first half. The ball spotted at the 38.
Well, the previous play, Basenko did a nice job of staying in the pocket and threw a nice pass into the wind to Bryant Kelly that set up for the last play. Unfortunately, again, Basenko doesn't know if he really wants to run with the football or really want to try to throw the football whenever his receivers aren't open very quickly. So that indecision actually doesn't help him because then the pressure from the defensive linemen are all over him. So he needs to make up his mind what he wants to do with the ball. That would probably help him.
It was clear that time he needed to go.
Yeah.
He just needed to go.
But
I know
he hesitates in
right,
there.
but he sees a guy in front of him, and it freezes him.
Yep.
He doesn't know, well, I can beat him, because that time he got hit from behind as well as in the front because he hesitated.
Yeah.
So it is second down and about 15, back at the 38, 8 seconds to go. So one play, and if you get a timeout, maybe 2 plays, but probably not. This might be the last play of the half.
I bet you they're going to go for Bryant Kelly. They're going to try to go one-on-one with him, let him go up high. 50-50 ball. Heck, the kid's 6'4", and he's being covered by Betsy, who's 5'11". So why would you not throw it up like a basketball play and see if your 6'4" guy can get it? And if it's interference, you get it. You get a first down, automatic.
Lott, one of the backup running backs, is in the slot left, and another receiver to the right. They're going to do a double reverse. Lott is in motion, and he gets it. Right sideline, has some blockers, but he runs out of bounds with 2 on the clock after a gain of about 5. So a lot of activity, but not much yardage to take you to your definite last play of the half. They're out of timeout, so they can't call any more. Looks like they're going to move Bryant Kelly over to the right with the other 2 receivers, Oglesby and Taylor. So all 3 big receivers are on the right.
Rosemont now is lined up as quarterback.
No, Basenko's there.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
He's to the right. So will they give it to Rosemont? No, Rosemont's there to block. There's pressure on him. He gets hit. Now he wants to throw. On the sideline, he'll throw it up the field, and it's intercepted. That is Livingston.
That's Livingston.
He's coming right, cuts up inside. Now there's a bunch of offensive players around him, and he'll go down on the final play of the first half. An interception by Mason Livingston, and that'll be the end of the half. The Rangers up 17-0. We've got a halftime show for you, which includes a lot of different things, including a halftime interview on, I believe it's the senior segment that we always have every game. But we'll start off with some paid announcements here as the Rangers lead at 17-0. We're at halftime on the Ranger Network.
Matt, we are excited to hear what you have come up with for the new Sage Capital Bank jingle.
You are going to love it. We think it really embodies Sage Capital Bank. Emotes class, tradition, effort. Well, just give it a listen.
Man, that's really got spirit, but isn't that
awesome?
That's the Smith.
Best song ever.
Well, yes, it is.
Yes, nailed it. Guys, we have got ourselves a jingle. Let's do it again.
Sage Capital Bank is proud to support the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you can bank on that.
Summerhill Dental, how may I help you? Let me get someone who can help you. There's a phone call for cleaning on line 2.
I'll get Melanie on the phone. Line 2 for you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Melanie. Yes, we do deep cleanings and mouth guards. Of course we do implants. We actually make them here in-house. I can get Dr. Bayless to talk to you about it. Don't forget to point your toe.
Thank you. Summerhill Dental. We are your Smithson Valley dentist.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is teaming up with the Smithson Valley Rangers. When you stop to gas up, look for the Ranger Spirit Pump. A portion of sales from this pump will be donated directly to the SV Athletic Booster Club to help out our Rangers. So choose the one that's Ranger Blue and fill up. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
We're back at Rangers Stadium where the Rangers lead the Hornets of East Central 17-0 at the half. The Rangers with a couple of long touchdown drives. Their opening drive of the game, which took 5 minutes and 40 seconds, went 11 plays and 75 yards, ended with a Greg Eggleston 5-yard touchdown run. Then on their next possession, the Rangers went 9 plays and 67 yards in just over 4 minutes, and it was a Jacob Fortone 4-yard touchdown run. East Central has been left empty on scoring. Their best drive got them from their own 29 to inside Ragin territory, but they ended up having to punt. And the Rangers had one more scoring drive that ended up being 7 plays and ended up with a field goal of 31 yards to make our final score our halftime score at 17-0. There are some other scores from around the district. Jeff, what are they?
Well, almost going into halftime, we've got the Judson Rockets just all over New Braunfels Unicorns, 33-14. What about 3 minutes left in the second quarter? We have Steele 28, San Marcos Rattlers 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And I guess out in Clemens, which isn't too far from here, we have Canyon Cougars 7, the Clemens Buffaloes 24, and that's about 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second quarter. So pretty much what we would predict would happen, I guess, is happening around the district as well. As far as this game is concerned, though, I think some people might be a little surprised by the score 17-0. But I tell you what, if you're here in the stands watching this football game, it's been all Smithson Valley Rangers.
Well, you're surprised if you're looking in from the outside because this has been probably the most prolific offense, arguably one of the most prolific offenses in the district because they have scored on everybody they've played. The question is, have they played anybody that's very good? And their names of the teams they've played haven't been bad. They just haven't played anybody in our district that's been very good.
Well, I think they have played somebody who's been pretty good, but defensively, they haven't had a defense like the Ranger defense to go against it yet this year, I think. The Ranger defense is really every week you've seen them improve and get better every single week. And with this off week, I think they look really fresh out there. If you notice the first half, legs look fresh. They were executing, playing the game plan. They really are stifling Rosemont and his ability to really make the big play. So they're basically executing the game plan so far.
All right, it's our halftime segment of Senior Moments. Up next, we'll be back with more of halftime after this on the Ranger Network.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. So I'm here with Carson, Jacob, and Eric today. Hey, guys, are y'all ready for a little Senior Moments trivia?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you know what you're playing for today?
No.
A piece of Ranger history. This turf right here spent a lot of years outside and a lot of greatness has gone through. This turf has seen all kind of action. So y'all ready for this?
Yes,
all right, let's do this. All right, guys, you ready for your first question?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Which mammal is the only mammal capable of flight? I'll give you, Jacob.
Is it an eagle?
It is not an eagle. An eagle is not a mammal. I will give you a hint. It's black. And it eats mosquitoes. And it lives in caves. Carson?
It's a bat.
It is a bat. Good job. For a bonus question, does anyone know where the largest bat cave in the world is?
No.
Anyone? Anyone?
I want to say like the U.S. It's somewhere in the U.S.
It is, and it's closer than you think. Jacob?
Is it Natural Bridge Cavern?
Pretty close. It's the Bracken Bat Cave. It is just down the road from us. There are 20 million free-tailed bats that live there. Pretty cool, huh? You've got to go. I've been there. It's pretty wild. They come out, and it's like this tornado of bats, and they go around, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. It's pretty awesome. Put it on your to-do list. Got a football question for y'all. Who knows how many teams exactly are in the NFL? Jacob?
32.
32 is right. You get a point. We're going to have a little challenge. Each of you are going to have 20 seconds to name as many NFL teams as you can. We're going to start with Carson. All right, Carson, you ready? And go.
Vikings, Cardinals, Cowboys, Ravens, Redskins, Saints, Patriots, Chiefs, 49.
At time. 9. You got 9, Carson. All right, Jacob, you think you can beat that?
I hope so.
All right, I'm going to tell you when. Get ready and go.
Cowboys, Texans, Saints, the Dolphins, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Jets, the Giants,
and time. You got 9. Good job, Jacob. We've got a tie. Eric, you think you can bust this tie up and pull to the lead?
I'll try my best.
All right, get ready and go.
Raiders, Cowboys, Patriots, Dolphins, Chiefs, Cardinals, Ravens, Saints, Cowboys, blank. Bengals. Oh, I went blank.
I don't know how y'all managed to do it, but you all got 9. So we're going to have a little tiebreaker. What is the only team without a logo on their helmets? Jacob.
The Browns.
The Browns is right. Good job. Next question. How many rings make up the Olympic rings?
5.
Eric. 5 is right. Good job. Not only is this next question a football question, it's a Ranger football question. How many times have the Smithson Valley Rangers appeared in the state championship for football? Oh, Jacob.
3 times.
3 times is right. Good job. For a bonus point of 3 points, who can name the years? Eric?
2005.
No. Nope. Carson?
2002 and 2003.
Oh, no.
Was 2005 close?
Jacob?
Was it 2001, 2002, 2004?
Yes, Jacob, nice. Good job. You know your Rangers. Nice.
He's forward, dude.
Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for coming and playing with me today. Jacob, you, however, are the winner. There had to be a winner, and it is you. Coach, Brant, back to you.
Go Rangers.
All right, Emily, good stuff as always. Enjoy seeing your moments with you each and every week. Right now, we go to another weekly segment. Time for this week's Rangers Trivia.
This week in Rangers Trivia, Smithson Valley's Greg Eggleston racked up 232 yards rushing on Friday on just 11 carries, and for the season is now averaging nearly 12.5 yards per rushing attempt. The single-season record for yards per carry is held by which Ranger? Is the answer A, Jeff Shin, B, Clint Haney, or C, Lawrence Madison? The answer is B, Clint Haney. Haney averaged over 8 yards a carry in the 2001 season, finishing with 1,296 yards on the ground that season, the 6th most in team history.
So yes, again, Greg Eggleston, a very explosive player so far this season, but as we said in the trivia, Clint Haney was pretty explosive in his own right back in 2001.
He was. That's a team went all the way to the state championship game, lost in overtime. Clint, of course, was a big part of that, and played at University of Texas. And talked to him on the phone the other day. We've got to get his son's Pop Warner team straightened out. They on a little bit of a losing streak. Got to get that straightened out, and those boys will be playing for the Rangers here before long.
Community is really important too.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Tell them about the hygienists. They are super gentle and really nice.
I will do that. Let's do that again. Community is a really important part.
Dad, did you tell all the kids about the awesome prize box?
I have not, but I will.
Okay.
Seriously, are we getting billed by the hour here?
Here at Summerhill Dental, we not only are really good at implants, we have gentle hygienists and awesome prize boxes. We also love our community. We are your Smithson Valley dentists. Go Rangers.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today.
You know, getting the Smoky Mo's family pack for lunch really makes me feel like you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know if it's the 3 meats or the 3 sides, but Mom got all of our favorites.
Hey, there's no eating in this locker room. Smoky Mo's family pack makes us family, which makes me Super Dad. Hey, you boys go mow the lawn, do the laundry, and wash the dishes while you're at it.
All right, we're back at Ranger Stadium, and they're getting ready to announce some important things, so we'll send it out to them.
Helping us to honor our sport tonight is the Smithson Valley High School Navy JROTC Sword Arts team. The Sword Arts team is under the command of Cadet Commander Nathan Parker and assisted by the following cadets: Lieutenant Commander Cade Molina, Commander Master Chief Cole Wilkes, Ensign Tyler Atkins, Ensign Nick Warner, Lieutenant Junior Grade Jericho Lubrell, Ensign Kyle Elstack, and Ensign Johnny Morrow. Please give these fine young cadets a round of applause. And now it is time to present the 2019 Smithson Valley Ranger Homecoming Court. The freshman class is represented by the following: Duchess Emma Johnson, Emma is escorted this evening by her parents, Johnny and Stephanie Johnson. Duchess Tatum Layton. Tatum is escorted this evening by her parents, Brian and Candace Layton. Duchess Abby Miller. Abby's escort tonight is her mother, Julie Miller. Duchess Kaylee Morgan. Kaylee is being escorted by her father, Justin Morgan. Duke Ethan Gonzalez. Ethan's escorts are his parents, Mike and Patty Gonzalez. Duke Haven Johansson. Haven is escorted this evening by his mother, Kimberly Johansson. Duke Hayden Kelly was unable to attend tonight's ceremony. The sophomore class is represented by the following. Duchess Ariana Alani. Ariana is being escorted this evening by her father, Ariel Alani. Duchess Meredith Charlton. Meredith's escort are her parents, Bill and Robin Coon. Duchess Hannah Goodwill. Hannah is escorted this evening by her parents, David and Tommy Littlejohn. Duchess Reagan Smith. Reagan is being escorted by her parents, Kevin and Ronnie Smith. Duke Hunter Boyer. Hunter is escorted this evening by his parents, Sean and Aslan Boyer. Duke Waylon Shell. Waylon's escort is his mother, Carrie Shell. Duke Nathan Shippey. Nathan is escorted this evening by his father, Thomas Shippey. Duke Eric Thompson. Eric's escort is his mother, Erica Schaefer. Our junior class is represented by the following. Duchess Lauren Gomez. Lauren is escorted this evening by her parents, Miguel Gomez and Dorothy Gray. Duchess Emma Heileman. Emma's escorts this evening are her parents, Scott and Vanessa Heileman. Duchess Ashley Knight. Ashley is escorted tonight by her parents, John and Allison Knight. Duchess Faith Overstreet. Faith is escorted this evening by her parents, Zachary and Leona Overstreet. Duke Clayton Sellers. Clayton's escorts tonight are his parents, James and Amy Sellers. Duke Connor Stevenson. Connor is escorted this evening by his parents, JJ and Dana Stevenson. Duke Seal Worsham. Seal is a member of our Rangers football team and is represented this evening by his father, David Worsham, and his mother from the class of '83, Brenda Worsham. Duke Ethan Young. Ethan is escorted this evening by his parents, Dagan and Gina Young. And now for the Smithson Valley High School senior class of 2019, which is represented by the following. Duchess Lauren Gonzalez. Lauren is escorted this evening by her parents, Stephen and Sammy Gonzalez. Duchess Mackenzie Ramos. Mackenzie's escorts tonight are her parents, Richard and Carrie Ramos. Duchess Olivia. Haley is escorted by her parents, Roger and Jessica Villa. Duchess Maggie Webb. Maggie is escorted this evening by her father, Mark Webb. Duke Jacob Horton. Jacob's in the field house with the rest of the football team and is represented this evening by his parents, Daniel and Rose Fortune. Duke Jake May. Jake is escorted by his parents, Jeff and Tiffany May. Duke Peyton Nita. Peyton's escorts this evening are his parents, Gregory and Lori Nita. And Duke Trey Richards. Trey is also a member of our Ranger football team and is represented on the field tonight by his mother, Rosalind Richards. That is the senior class of 2020. After selecting the initial court, each class voted to bestow additional honors on a select few individuals. And now for the crowning of our 2019 Homecoming Court Princess and Princesses and our King and Queen. For Prince and Princess of the freshman class, the winners are Prince Ethan Gonzalez and Princess Tatum Layton. For Prince and Princess of the sophomore class, our winners are Prince Eric Thompson and Princess Ariana Alanis. Prince and Princess of our junior class, the winners are Prince Connor Stevenson and Princess Ashley Nunn. And now for our senior class winners. Prince and Princess of the senior class. Prince Jacob Fortone and Princess Maggie Webb. And finally, Smithson Valley's 2019 Homecoming King and Queen, chosen by their peers to represent them, are King Peyton Nita and Queen Mackenzie Ramos. We would like to thank our principal, Mr. Michael Wall, the Smithson Valley Student Council, and the JROTC for dedicating their time and energy to help with our homecoming ceremony this year. We wish everyone a safe drive home after the game.
And there you have the homecoming king and queen and all the court announced. So we're just about ready to start the second half. We'll have that for you right after this timeout on the Ranger Network, with the Rangers up 17-0 at the half.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
And we're back on the Ranger Network. The Rangers lead at 17-0 as we're about ready to start the second half. All the festivities of homecoming are about wrapped up. I think both teams would love to come back out. The clock's running out, but both teams remain still in the end zone. So as homecoming continues, we'll take one more timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Matt, we are excited to hear what you have come up with for the new Sage Capital Bank jingle.
You are going to love it. We think it really embodies Sage Capital Bank. Emotes class, tradition, effort. Well, just give it a listen.
Man, that's really got spirit, but isn't that
awesome?
That's the Smith.
Best song ever.
Well, yes, it is.
Yes, nailed it. Guys, we have got ourselves a jingle. Let's do it again.
Sage Capital Bank is proud to support the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you can bank on that.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut.
Back on the Ranger Network, about ready to start the second half. Rangers up 17-0. Good looking first half drives, a pair of touchdown drives, and then a short field goal drive that could have been a touchdown if not for errant pass and then a dropped pass. So in any event, the Rangers will come out and be ready to go here momentarily. Thoughts on the second half?
Well, second half, just keep doing what you're doing. I think right now, both offensively, defensively for the Rangers, they're executing very, very well. I don't think you could have written a better first half for the Rangers than what happened. I think though you keep getting after it. You can't relax at all against this team because they have such great explosive potential with Rosemond and with those wide receivers and the offensive firepower that they have. You just can't let up on the gas. What else do you do? Just keep executing what you're doing.
We talked after the first 3 and out we were able to get as a defense. And they were able to continue the second quarter without giving up any scores. This is now the most important drive they have and we have here at the start of the second half. We shut them out in this drive, and that sets a tone for the second half. Joaquin Rodriguez, with the wind at his back, is about ready to put a toe to it. The second half is underway, and he kicks it through the end zone as he should with the wind at his back, and they'll start 1st and 10 from the 25. Here in the opening parts of the third quarter.
Well, in my mindset, it should be 0-0, in the mind. I know it says 17-0 on the scoreboard, but in a game like this, and right now they're kicking off the second half of district play, it's 0-0, baby. You got to go out there and you got to earn that second half.
Indeed, when you're after, or they have, the most dangerous running back that we've seen this year, everything is about stopping him from the get-go. They'll send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, much of what they've done all night long. Rosemond is right beside the quarterback, Bosanto. They'll fake it to him. Running right is Bosanto, and he throws it into the dirt and looking for a backup. Looked like that was intended for John Ledesma, the fullback, but his throw was not a good one, and it's 2nd and 10.
Probably a good decision to throw it in the dirt because Cindy had him covered like a blanket, so I don't think he could have even forced it in there.
Well, on first down, your first play of the half, the only guy you can throw to is the halfback in the flat. And I mean, there should have been more options to the play. 2 receivers either side now for him. Looks like they handed off to Rosemond, but we're in the backfield. And that is, guess who? Trey Moore.
Yep.
Had his arms around him the minute he tucked the ball in his belly. And it's a loss of 3. It's 3rd and 13.
Yep. And Padilla's back there too. Well, I'll tell you what, they're just swarming back there, just wanting Padeka just wanted to either, throw the football. In fact, let him throw the football into the wind.
Trey Moore.
There too, they're not going to get beat by Rosemond.
Trey Moore, the 6'1", 225-pound junior, with 6 tackles for loss and 3 sacks coming into the game tonight, is getting free motion. Here's Rosemond going right away from Moore. Now he cuts back left. He is elusive. He's out in the open. They've got one man who misses him at his ankles, and then he's shoved out of bounds by Jalen Nutt, but not until he crosses midfield.
Tony, that's what we've been talking about.
Wow.
You just give the guy a little bit of edge, he could take it to the house. There was no reason for him to even get that yardage at all. They had him wrapped up in the backfield, but he's able to, skirt loose from the would-be tackler.
35-yard
35 yards for first down.
Goodness. 3 receivers to the right. They'll throw it out to the right, and it's picked off. Did he get it? Jalen Nutt had his hands on it. He intercepts it. What a horrible pass. But Jalen Nutt dove, kept his feet, but reached and caught it and ran out of bounds inside East Central territory, and the Rangers have the ball 1st and 10 at the Hornet 46. Jalen Nutt on a pass that was 3 defenders and 1 receiver.
I had zone coverage that time, so the receiver going out in the flat on a 1 route just was not going to have any chance to make the catch, and it was a poor pass, and it went right into Jalen Nutt. But I tell you what, it was just great execution that time in the secondary.
So the Rangers defense comes up with a big stop after a big run by Rosemond. 1st and 10 from the 46 of East Central. 2 receivers tight to the right. Now Eggleston in motion. He goes left, the run goes right. It's Fortone. Has a seam, gets up the alley, gets across the 40 to the 39. So a gain of 7 on first down. It's 2nd down and 3. Good-looking play that we've run several times already tonight.
Yeah, a little misdirection too with the motion. I saw the secondary and the safety go with the motion, and they came back the other way. So it was a great job.
Well, your most dangerous athlete on the field is Eggleston. He goes left.
Yep.
You come back right, get some good blocks, and he's always tonight had a lane. So 2nd and 3 from the 39. 2 receivers left. They'll give it to Fortone. No, they fake it to Fortone, then throw it out to the edge. And it's caught out there by, I think, Cooper Douglas, the junior receiver. First down yardage as he carries it up to the 33 before he's dragged down.
I'll tell you, that's a heck of a catch, too, because Cooper Douglas is only 5'7", 160 pounds, and that pass went pretty high. But he went up high for the ball, pulled it down, and ran enough for a first down. Great job.
Great play fake to Fortone, and then hit one of those 2 receivers out on the side. Now 2 receivers to the left, 1 way to the right. It's Eggleston.
Heavy set.
Eggleston out on single coverage on the far right side. They'll give it to Eggleston. I'm sorry, that was Tietzman down here, and Eggleston has a nice run on the left side. Good, almost first down yardage inside the 25-yard line. I believe it is a first down at the 22.
When they have Howell, number 44, lined up in that fullback position, he comes up to the line of scrimmage in what we call a tab position. Most of the time, he's the lead blocker. This time they go Eggleston the opposite side, and the numbers were negative for the defense, so they didn't have enough defenders out there and more blockers. It's just a great design play, what I'm trying to say, and it went the opposite direction for what typically the play would go.
So 1st and 10 from the 22. Eggleston in motion. Give it to Haskins going left. He's got some room. He bounces outside. He beats a defender to the sideline before he's shoved out of bounds inside the 5. That's a first down at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for the Rangers.
That play right there, it really was successful because the offensive line they're sealing off the backside, but also getting to the second level and walling off the linebackers. They couldn't get in the flow to make the tackle in that time. There's just nothing but pay dirt, almost pay dirt for the runner back.
Gabe Hoskins gets 20 yards on the run. It's 1st and goal for the Rangers at the 3-yard line. I bet Fortone will get this one. They'll fake Eggleston, give it to Fortone up the middle. He gets shut, though. Gets inside to about the 2.
Like Rodriguez on the tackle there.
So they'll keep it at the 3. No gain.
2nd and short on the 3.
So 2nd and goal from the 3. See what the play call is this time. That time they had Eggleston in motion again and kind of ran against. Not really much there deep inside.
Howell's in that tab position with Fortone. Let's see what they do here.
Eggleston comes left in motion. Fortone comes right. Gets some blocks on the edge. Gets to the corner and runs into the end zone. Jacob Fortone that is 3rd touchdown of the night. Now 1 got called back. His 2nd touchdown of the night gives him 8 on the season, and the Rangers go up 23-0 with the extra point to come.
Tony, that's just well executed that time running the football. It's a play that they run a lot. They do it out of different formations. Chandler Cole, the tight end, made a great seal block that time on the linebacker, was not able to get into the flow to make the tackle. That was a great job.
Good call on the block. We saw it. I just didn't know what the number was. Rodriguez's kick is up, and it's good. It's 24-0. The Rangers, with 9:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. There's a timeout on the field. We'll be taking it with him here on the Ranger Network.
Summerhill Dental, how may I help you? Let me get someone who can help you. There's a phone call for cleaning on line 2.
I'll get Melanie on the phone. Line 2 for you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Melanie. Yes, we do deep cleanings and mouth guards. Of course we do implants. We actually make them here in-house. I can get Dr. Bayless to talk to you about it. Don't forget to point your toe.
Thank you. Summerhill Dental. We are your Smithson Valley dentist.
Ranger Network at Ranger Stadium. 9:08 to go, 3rd quarter. Rangers up 24-0 over the previously district unbeaten Hornets of East Central. They have won a couple of district games by the score of 42-38 and 24-20 over San Marcos and New Braunfels, but they're having trouble tonight. The Hornets have not yet scored. 24-0. Rangers up on top. Rodriguez will kick off with the wind at his back, and this will carry through the end zone again. And with 9:08 to go in the 3rd quarter, they'll have their 2nd possession of the 2nd half from the 25-yard line. First time they had a big 35-yard run, but then were intercepted. The other 2 plays were negative plays, by the way.
Well,
this time we'll see what they do.
You know, the Hornet offense hasn't been able to get anything really gelling and rhythm, but credit the Ranger defense for getting him out of it, because there's been such great penetration in the backfield that disrupted so many plays, put them in negative plays, negative situations.
This time they give it to Rosemont, tries to bounce outside, gets hit, gets caught. Good job that time by the defensive back. I'm sorry, the linebacker, Thomas Zoig, the leading tackler on the team. By the way, he likes to hunt and fish. This is something you probably don't know about him. He had an older brother, Ben, who played for the Rangers. His ideal job would be to go to A&M and study business finance. Thomas Zoig, the leading tackler, the senior for the Rangers.
Well, he's having a great season so far, and I tell you, he's having a great time, a great day, a great game here tonight. He's been in the backfield probably as much as the running backs have.
Bosanko takes the snap, gives it to Rosemont, and then he squirts outside, gets a little bit of room, has 1st down yardage as he's shoved out of bounds by Nutt and Zoig. After 2nd and 11, it looks like he gets 14, and it's 1st down yardage for the Hornets.
Just when you think you have him corralled, Jackson Sinney came up and tried to chop his legs out. Well, that's just not going to work against a good running back as D'Angelo Rosemont. I mean, you got to be able to hit him and wrap him up.
So at the 37, wide receiver Bryant Kelly looking for the play call. They finally signal it out to him. They've got 3 receivers wide left. one to the right. Rosemond, the lone back in the backfield. Bosenko takes the snap, throw a little screen pass out here to the right to Bryant Kelly. Tries a stiff arm, but he gets wrapped up and shoved out of bounds after a gain of about 3 to the 40-yard line on a nice-looking pass play that really didn't go very far.
No, Cullen Betsy did a nice job working off the block and really make the play on that. That's a tough situation for a cornerback to be in, because you're undersized and you have to really be physical on that play. And he made a great job of making the tackle.
Is there a penalty flag? Because they're talking like there is. That could be an offensive face mask, because it looked like when Bryant Kelly stuck his hand out, it looked like he got the face mask of Betsy, and that's the call.
That's a good call by Coach Hill. Go ahead and take him back. Don't take the down, just take him back.
Bryant Kelly, the junior wide receiver, really a lot of questions with the official, and that's the call, a face mask against him. He's confused. He doesn't understand. Probably doesn't know an offensive player can get a face mask call as well.
Bryant Kelly's 6'4", 180 pounds. He's a good-looking kid. I'll tell you what, if you get the ball anywhere around him, I bet you he can make the catch, because he is a tall kid. And I've seen him on film make one-handed grabs across the middle of the field. So he is a very capable football player.
So wipe out the play. It's a 15-yard penalty. Takes him all the way back to the 22. So it is 1st and 25 from the 22. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They give it to Rosemond up the middle. Has a seam. It gets about 5 or 6. Almost breaks a tackle, but who doesn't let him go? I believe that's Mason Livingston, who had him. No, it is not. It is a backup defensive end, Connor Hambrook, that wouldn't let go. A gain of 7, but it could have been a lot more.
It sure could have been. I mean, just when you, like we just say, every play is just you hold your breath.
Yeah.
You know?
He's that good.
He can break any play.
2 receivers to either side now. Bosenko takes the snap. Fakes it to Rosemond. It's on the ground. Bosenko falls on it before the linebacker, America Sanders, could get there. So a loss of a couple brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 20.
I think Bosenko was wanting to keep this ball himself and try to go around the end, because everyone was closing in on Rosemond. I thought this was his opportunity, and it looked like there was just a bad exchange. You know, it wasn't clean at all.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be an exchange, and when he brought it back out, it's like he mishandled it. It's not the first time, though, he's mishandled the ball.
True.
So there could be some issues there.
Empty.
So 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, including Rosemond. Bosenko by himself in the backfield. There's illegal procedure. Is there a delay of game? Delay of game. So 5 yards more in penalties. And the Hornets really struggling tonight in every form and fashion of the offense.
Yeah, the Hornets cannot get in any kind of offensive rhythm here tonight. They get great plays from Rosemond, but they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Seminaro and Senni check out for the Rangers.
Bosenko's going to the sideline.
So Rosemond will take a direct snap. We'll go to 3 down linemen on 3rd and 25. Looks like we've got about 20 defenders out there. I'm sure that's what they're seeing. Rosemond keeps it, the snap. Tries to squirt, breaks a couple of tackles, but then gets dragged down before he gets anywhere near the original line of scrimmage.
Well, it's not a bad call. I mean, that's one of the best players in the city running with the football on your team, so you might as well give it him the ball.
Blake Bowman had the tackle, backup safety. Blake Bowman, the 5'9", 150-pound junior, who's had a good junior year, saved a big gain there as Rosemond broke through, and he saved the tackle by the ankles.
You know, I think mainly that play was just give our punter a little bit more room to punt from.
So a draw play on a direct snap, in essence. Yeah,
exactly.
So Peterson is the left. Now this is a different punter. The end-over-end kick will be caught. That ball might have rolled a long ways. That was punted by Adan Vargas, listed as a kicker.
James Gentry, the senior DB, recovered it, and he might could have rolled another 15 yards.
It might have, but in any event, the punt of about 35 yards. Leaves the Rangers the ball at their own, 38-yard line.
Yep.
5:31 to go in the third quarter. Rangers with their second possession of the half. They scored on their first one. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gombert wants to throw. Looks left, has some pressure. And then he's wrapped up in the backfield, and that'll be a sack. And a loss of almost 10, back to the 31.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Defensive end, number 48, Justin Gutierrez, 6'2", 225 senior, really was back there in Gombert's face, and Luke didn't have a chance to really kind of get his feet planted and look for a receiver. I don't know what happened with the blocking assignment up there. I might have been a busted assignment.
Well, that's the roll right and wants to throw to the 2 receivers on the left. And that time he just didn't have any time. So 2nd and 18 from the 31. We'll have a tight formation with a receiver either way. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, but all of them in tight, and 2 backs in the backfield. Gombert wants to throw, setting up a little screen. It's Hoskins. He'll get a few yards out to the 33. A gain of a couple on the pass play, but not much. More whistles. Is there a flag somewhere?
I don't think so.
Oh, there is a flag. Personal foul against them. But again, what kind of personal foul?
I don't know.
Maybe he'll tell us here in a moment. Personal foul against East Central.
And if he can read lips, we would know what he's talking about. Of course, we can't. That last play, the Hornets were in single high coverage, zone under, and so as soon as Luke saw that, he dumps it to the short back coming out in the flat, which is the right decision to make. But then the defenders come up and make a tackle fairly quick, so it's only a short gain. Again, we don't know exactly what the penalty was, the personal foul, but it's first down.
Automatic first down, 15 yards and a first down. The Rangers back in business. 4:15 to go. Fortone skips it. Now a pass. This one down the field and turned it for Tietzman. The pass thrown by the receiver, Maverick Freeland, goes incomplete on 1st and 10.
Freeman was covered pretty good by Tashron Johnson. A sophomore defensive back. I don't know if he could have gotten that pass in there, but it was too slow developing. It didn't sell you on the reverse from my perspective, so it needs to happen a little bit quicker.
As soon as he got the second handoff, he was ready to throw, and that really didn't lend to anybody to look in the backfield threatening for a runner.
What makes trick plays work is it sells itself. Like you really don't know what's happening.
Not real sure what the flag was, but I believe it was hold. That's a 15-yard penalty. Is that a personal foul on us? Our referee is so quick and not real descriptive but that's a flag against the Rangers. And that is 15 yards back to the 33.
That's 1st and 25. You got a 1st and 25 play there, Coach? I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
You try to get 10, 15 back and just keep marching down the field.
Rangers send a receiver either way. And now East Central wants a timeout. With 4:10 to go in the third quarter, there's timeout on the field. The Rangers lead it 24-0. Back after this on the Ranger Network.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
Back at the Ranger Network, where the Rangers lead at 24-0 over East Central. Previously unbeaten district foe. The Hornets were 2-0 coming in. The Rangers 1-1. Rangers trying to post a win tonight to even it up. Both Judson and Clemens seem to be on their way to wins. They'll go to 3-0. The Rangers would be 2-1. East Central would be 2-1. And they would be alone in a two-way tie for third.
For third, right.
The Bromfels not going to win tonight. They'll be 1-2. Steele will win, and they'll be 1-2. And Canyon and San Marcos will both be 0-3. is what we expect. Larry Hill really out on the field questioning. Looks like.
Well, you have one set of referees talking to Larry Hill and the other one talking to
Joe Hubbard.
Joe Hubbard, yeah, with East Central. So I don't know what the deal's going on here.
Both coaches wanting an explanation with what just happened for sure. East Central called a timeout, I think, just to complain for a while, as we have voiced our question of what's being called tonight because we don't know, because they're not explaining much. Joe Hubbard very unhappy as this timeout continues to drag on, as our referee is letting him talk as much as he can. Now the referee doing some hand signals. Joe Hubbard doesn't seem to be satisfied.
He's not going to win the argument, but nevertheless,
you
have every right to express your thoughts.
Larry Hill didn't have that same opportunity, as our referee makes it way back to his position. Now he's coming over to the sideline. And well, it's 1st and 25 from the 33. Rangers 4:10 to go in the third quarter, up by 24. And we'll fake it to handoff. Gombert rolling out, makes a nice pass, completed to Cooper Douglas near the original line of scrimmage near midfield. It'll be now 2nd and 7 on the nice play that gained, what's that, 18 yards.
Yeah, good play by Luke Gombert, rolling out to his left, being a right-handed passer. He really threw a nice ball that time to Cooper, right on the money. Good for a pickup for like 12 yards. Got a lot of that penalty yardage back.
Yes. So 2nd, and we'll call it 8 from the midfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Fortone takes the handoff, left edge. Gets a couple of yards, but he's rolled up in a hurry. Clock will continue to roll, under 4 minutes to go now. Fortone's gain is 2 yards to the 48.
Yeah, be careful. They're running kind of the same plays, just out of different formations. But that time, the Hornets defense had basically knew that they were coming that direction. The linebackers blitzed on the strong side, and really Fortone had nowhere to go.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Fortone the setback next to Gombert. Low snap. Gombert picks it up, wants to throw, rolls to his left, and throws it away.
That's a late hit.
And he gets hit out of bounds.
It's a flag, too.
And there is a flag on the play, and that'll be a first down yardage for the Rangers.
That's just stupid play.
Yeah.
That you know the quarterback's going out of bounds. You do not need to lay him out. That's just an easy call for the referee.
Yep, that's the call. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. We got it all that time from him.
I mean, it would have been 4th down and 7, and probably the Rangers would have to be punting away. Now it's first down on the.
It would have been 3rd down and 7, but now it is a first down. They marked that from the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Does appear so.
Yeah, for one thing, you could hurt somebody because he was exposed after throwing the football, rolling to his left, out of bounds like that. You just don't need that.
So the Rangers have another first down. From the East Central 33. Everybody's tight. Fortone, fake, gives it to Cole, right side. Gets a nice gain before he's shoved down. Martinez on the tackle. A gain up to the 25 is a gain of about, we'll call it a gain of 8 on the pass play.
I like what they're doing now. They're doing a lot of rollouts or play action passes, and they're doing those, working the sideline out, or what we call the numbers to the sideline. And those are safe passes because, you know what? If it doesn't go away, you can just throw it out. It's a safe pass. And that time it was, again, for 8-yard gain. It's just nicely done.
Play action pass to Fortone, has a man. It's Howell. Completed pass inside the 10 to the 5. He threw it right over the defender's shoulder, and Howell turned around just in time to grab it. and it's a nice pass play up to the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal there on the nice pass.
Linebacker was trying to follow Howell, and it was man-to-man, but, Luke threw it kind of back shoulder right over the head, the helmet almost of the defender. Howell did a nice job turning around and catching it. That was just a good athletic play that time by Howell.
Yeah, it was. Austin Howell, the senior, at 5'10" and 195, his 5th catch of the season. Rangers first and goal from the 4. Both Eggleston and Fortone on either side. And there's a snap that goes through Gombert's hands, and he'll be dropped back at the 14. Not sure that was a horrible snap, but he had to reach down just probably about thigh high and couldn't handle it.
I don't know what's going on this year. This is like the 3rd or 4th game where we've had some low snaps. I don't know if there's something that's going on with Taylor Brooks, the center. Because I know that's one of the hardest positions to play as center. I mean, you make the offensive call between your guards and the blocking scheme. You have to know what the play is, get the snap count, and you have to get the ball back to the quarterback before anything does happen. And you have someone on your nose. I mean, it's a tough position.
Gombert rolls to his right. Has somebody in the end zone, has somebody else short trying to direct some people, throws it back to Cole, who catches it at the 5, then tries to muscle us up as he turns. The pile pushes down to about the 2 or 3, where it will be 3rd down.
Well, that's all Luke Gombert right there, running out of real estate, and then delaying and waiting for the receiver to make the move back inside. That's just 7-on-7 play right there. That's good. That was well executed.
So we can say tonight, even though he's missed a couple of passes, Luke Gombert has made several good plays.
That's a good play.
Showing maturity during here, 6th game of the season. So it is 3rd and goal from the 3. Rangers probably have 2 shots at it here, I'd guess. 2 receivers. Douglas and Tietzman go wide left. Give it to Fortone up the middle, muscles his way, and he's almost to the end zone but doesn't get it. He'll be inside the 1. They'll mark him at about the 1-foot line as he got all the way in there and then got stopped up by James Gentry, one of the safeties.
Coach Hill called timeout.
And the Rangers call timeout with 23 seconds to go and the wind still at their back in case they decide to kick. But I would think from the 1-yard line you might want to think you have enough to muscle this one in.
Well, it's 3rd down, and I think to your point, Tony, he's thinking I've got it's 4th down.
It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, so he's got 1 play.
There is a flag on the play now. Goodness gracious. What? No. Where did that come from? There is a timeout. We'll keep it here just because of the flag. We'll see. I don't know. Is he monitoring the other officials to see what they want to do with the flag? I don't understand. It's not his flag.
Well, he's coming over to this Smithson Valley side. Do you want to make a decision on this? It says 4th down on the scoreboard, 3rd down on the down marker on the field.
That was a 3rd down play, so we know it's 4th down if the play counts. That's probably the question.
Hill just gave him it must have been against East Central. Coach Hill just gave it a motion to the referee.
Okay, why doesn't the referee tell us what it is then?
I don't know. He doesn't like doing it.
Half the distance to the goal really wouldn't matter. It could be an automatic 1st down. That would be my thing of why.
Why would that even be a decision?
Why is the timeout still going on?
I don't know.
Because of their indecision, sometimes we've had a couple of times. East Central had one in the first half where the timeout dragged on.
They're making a change on their card, so that would indicate that there must be a new set of downs.
Whoa. Offense coming out. He's saying, hold on. He's got to tell us what the call is. Or is there a call?
So it is 4th down.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, against them. That's an automatic 1st down.
Well, it's 1st down, yeah.
Yeah, 1st down. So it's 1st and goal from inside the 1 now for the Rangers. With 23 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, the Rangers up 24-0.
When you give the head coach an option, obviously he's going to take it. So we didn't know why it took so long for them to change it.
Guess he's signaling the number that time. Talking to our coaches, I'm not real sure why. So it's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Play clock starts, 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Gombert takes the snap, gives it to Fortone, straight up the middle, touchdown. Jacob Fortone scores again. So a 1-yard touchdown run by Jacob Fortone.
Right now we're seeing the Hornet defense just doesn't have a real answer to the Smithson Valley offense juggernaut here tonight. Pretty much the Rangers are able to do anything they want to do offensively, and there's just no answer on defense.
10 plays for the Rangers and 62 yards, the extra point to come from Joaquin Rodriguez. Snap, hold, kick. It's good. It's 31. And we got whistles again.
Got another flag.
Rangers coming off the field, offsides against them. So the Rangers go up 31-0. We'll talk about all the details after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
We're back at Ranger Stadium where the Rangers have now grabbed a 31-0 lead. They're shutting out, again, one of arguably the more prolific offenses here in District 26-6A. The Hornets have scored a bunch of points this season, but tonight have been fruitless.
Yeah.
They still got a quarter to go.
Yeah, exactly. And checking some of the other scores in 26-6A, there's been some lopsided score here at Ranger Stadium. There's some other lopsided scores in the district as well. Judson's gone up 40 to 20 over the New Braunfels Unicorns. And Steele is 49, San Marcos Rattlers 3. So lopsided scores there too.
Rodriguez will kick with the wind at his back one last time. This one through the end zone, and East Central will start 1st and 10 from their own 25. And they have had 2 possessions here in the first half. One ended on an interception, the other ended on a punt. And D'Angelo Rosemond, who I'm guessing is probably between 60 and 80 yards rushing tonight with that 35-yard gain he had earlier in the third quarter. But he has been held well under his 170-yard per game average tonight with 12 minutes yet to go. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Probably one play, and then we'll go to the fourth. 2 receivers left, one to the right and a tight end to the right for the Hornets. Pasanko takes the snap, gives it to Rosemont. Straight up the middle, has a little seam. He is dragged down by a bunch of Rangers. Down at the bottom is Padilla. And the running play gives them 3 yards on the gain. It's 2nd down and 7, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. So the third quarter has come to an end. The Rangers lead at 31-0. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
I don't think anyone doubted the Rangers would have a pretty good chance to win this game. I don't think anyone thought it would be 31-0 with 12 minutes to go, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this has been a total team situation for the Rangers right now, offensively, defensively. I tell you, the defense shutting down Rosemond has given the offense for the Rangers a lot of positive opportunities to score, and that's what they've done.
Against a 3-man front, Basanko wants to throw out in the flat, intended for and caught by Christian Vea. And the junior wide receiver will catch it for no gain. Actually, they'll lose a yard back to the 27-yard line.
Great job by the corner, Colin Betsy, coming up on that really quickly, not getting him an opportunity to get upfield.
Again, it was technique. 3 receivers that way. They're just throwing it to one of them while the other 2 block. And nobody really blocked very well. So they'll send 3 receivers to the left now, 1 to the right. It's 3rd and 8. From the 27, Bosanko looks to the sideline. Play clock at 5. Takes the snap, wants to throw. Looks left, did a ball fake, now being chased down. Avoids traffic right now, comes right across the 30 and then runs out of bounds before Padilla could put a smack on him. It'll be 4th down as he's about 3 yards shy of a first down at the 32.
Well, right now, Trey Moore is he's just beside himself. He knew he had an opportunity for a huge quarterback sack that time and just let him off. I mean, he went to the outside shoulder, the back shoulder was that is your target when you're rushing a quarterback, but he ducked underneath him and he got away. And that's just unfortunate for Trey Moore because he had a golden opportunity for a huge quarterback sack.
And they'll come out to punt. It'll be Adan Vargas, the junior, with his second punt of the night. The left-footed kicker gets it up in the wind a little bit, fielded by Mason Livingston. He'll get about 6 yards.
All right.
And the Rangers will start 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Yeah, pretty good field position.
After a punt of 35, the return is 5. And the Rangers will start 1st and 10.
Again, good, decent field position for the offense. Credit the defense, putting a lot of pressure this time on the Hornet offense and having to punt the football. Even though with the wind, it wasn't a great punt. I mean, 35 yards is 35 yards, even with this kind of wind.
I think you could say the kicking part of their game is not a strength.
Right.
So Rangers come out with a tight formation. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hoskins takes the handoff and gets a couple of yards across the 40. Gabe Hoskins, the junior running back, gets a couple of yards before he's dragged down.
I think we have a couple substitutions in the offensive line. We got Colton Thomason, the big freshman kid, 6'3", 320 pounds in there, right guard.
6'7".
6'7". Oh, excuse me, 6'7".
6'7". Garrett Schaefer's.
Colton, I apologize, sir.
Garrett Schaefer's at right tackle. Gombert with Hoskins to his side. Takes the snap, hands it, coming left. Has a block there, good one. Cuts up inside, gets a couple more yards, give him a gain of about 4 to the 46. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Some other linemen out there as well. 66 is out there for the first time. It's Brandon Salvaggio.
It looked like a backup fullback, DeBose, who's a sophomore, was out there in that play too. Wow, getting a little varsity action.
And that is not Gombert, it's Will Strachan. Strachan, the quarterback. Gives it to Hoskins going right on the right edge. Gets a block, gets outside, gets first down yardage, stays inbounds. Gets in cross midfield. They'll move the chains. That'll stop the clock for a minute. About 9.5 minutes to go on a nice first down run.
Nice job this time going into the wind and just grinding it out, taking time off the clock. And Hoskins, he's not a big kid either. He's a 5'7", 150-pound junior, but he sure runs tough.
He does. He's had over 200 yards on about 30 carries this season. Braxton Bounds, a senior, is in the backfield as well. He had some action there. I think Bounds took a step before the snap. That'll cost us 5 yards.
Again, some of these players don't play a whole lot during the game, and so when they get in there, they're a little antsy and trying to anticipate the snap count. That time took just a little step forward before the snap actually occurred.
Just a little one.
Just a little one.
So it is 1st and 15 from their own 49. Rangers will come back to the line. Under 9 minutes to go in the game now. Strachan takes the snap, gives it to Bounds going right. Tries to find a seam, cuts back to the left, gets ahead, about a 4-yard gain up to the 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
Not a bad run, too. There wasn't a whole lot there, but he just saw a crease and head up, what we say, plant your foot and go north.
Yeah, he did. So a different running back is out there now. Luis Camacho Backup fullback. Camden Egley is a receiver out this way. Strachan takes the snap, gives it to Hoskins. Goes up the middle, finds a seam,
run.
Breaks loose. Now in the open, across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5 to the pylon. Touchdown!
Good job.
What a run by Gabe Hoskins, who turned the corner and then just exploded forward. There's a flag on the play, though. We'll see if it'll bring it back or not. And I believe it'll be holding and probably will bring this one back, even though our referee continues to walk up the field. I'm confused.
That is if this is being brought back, that's a shame. That's a touchdown.
It is a touchdown. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call, and it's back near their sideline. Boy, that is a tough to decipher what somebody got thrown out of the game.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a player or a coach, but he just gave the signal that someone was thrown out of the game.
I don't know, but this not take away from that run by Gabe Hoskins. That was a great run by the junior running back who doesn't get a whole lot of action. But I tell you what, he's making the most out of this game. And I tell you, he planted his foot. He dipped and dodged a couple would-be tacklers. And that was all speed right into the corner of the end zone, right in front of the pylon. Assessed it on the kickoff. I thought maybe it was a sideline warning or something like that at first.
Well, I don't know that someone was kicked off, but he did this, which is the universal signal for someone being tossed. Right. The extra point will come from the backup kicker.
It's good.
Colby Wright, and it's up and good. The Rangers go up 38-0 with 7:52 to go in the game. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
And we're back at Ranger Stadium, where the Rangers have grabbed a 38-0 lead on a drive of 5 plays and 60 yards, capped by a 44-yard touchdown run by running back Gabe Hoskins, and it's 38-0.
Second team unit, offensive unit on the field, and doing a nice job just executing out against a pretty good defense for East Central.
5
and
plays.
Taking it in the end zone, that's just great.
5 plays, 60 yards, 3 minutes, 8 seconds on that drive. And now we'll kick off from their 45 after the personal foul of unsportsmanlike conduct accessed on the kickoff.
Well, I've just popped this up and let it land right about the 5. You know what?
Colby Wright will handle the kickoff chores as Joaquin Rodriguez's night is over.
Rest his leg.
Well, the wind will hold it up, and it is down at about the 20, fielded there by one of their random guys, Walter Johnson, a defensive back.
I think he kind of missed the ball.
Carries it ahead about to the 25. Colby? No, I think he popped it up and the wind carried it over here. You said the wind was about 11 miles an hour, but that flag is about straight out as it can be. It has to be over 20-mile-an-hour winds. East Central will start from their own, what is that, the 25?
25-yard line.
1st and 10 with 7:49 left in the game. See if they can amount to anything tonight, because I know they're frustrated.
Well, you got some backup defensive players for the Rangers in here, too. We'll try to identify them. Ooh.
There goes Rosemont. He's gone.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
So his rushing average will be helped by the 75-yard run for a touchdown. against the second unit of the Rangers. Yeah. I'm sure he feels better about himself. The 75-yard touchdown run.
From the coach's perspective, he can probably deduct that from the effort of the defense. I mean,
at this point, it doesn't matter, though. You don't want to let them feel like they have any momentum. Now your offense has to go out there and just get some first downs. And they've got yet a different kicker out there now. Now a Chavez will come in and kick the extra point, so it's 38-7.
It's good.
So the 12-second drive was one play and 75 yards. And now the Rangers lead it 38-7. There's timeout on the field. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
Back at Rangers Stadium, where the Rangers lead 38-7 over the Hornets of East Central. The Hornets getting their first touchdown of the night here midway through the fourth quarter on the 75-yard run by elite running back D'Angelo Rosemond, who averages 170 yards a game. He was limited to about probably 65 to 70 before that run. Now he's over 100 and 150. Uh-oh.
Let me get a quick score update here.
We're gonna change out a bunch of people on our kick coverage unit.
Well, they're putting their hands unit out because they're like they're going to onside.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the kickoff hands unit for the Rangers on the field right now.
Because it does look as though they're going to try to onside kick. Somebody's offsides.
They didn't call it.
Tietzman gets it at our 45.
All
so
right.
It traveled about 15 yards, but in any event, the Rangers have the ball.
Couple updated scores in District 26-6A. We have in the fourth quarter, Clemens Buffaloes 41. The Canyon Cougars are 7, again, going into the fourth quarter. We have Steel Knights 49. San Marcos Rattlers 3 going in the fourth quarter, and up just down the road from us. Going in the fourth quarter, we have Judson 47. New Braunfels Unicorn 20. There you go.
Yet another quarterback as we hand it off up the middle. This time it is Jacob Sternahouse, a junior. He hands it off to Justin Avery. Gain of about 5 to the 50-yard line from the 45. And backups every play. We're going to get some new backups on the play.
This is a great idea by Coach Hill because this is homecoming night.
Yes.
It's a big night. It's a big victory, a good big win. First day of fall weather. I mean, everyone gets to participate tonight, right, Tony Brubaker?
Sternahouse, the quarterback, on 2nd and 5. Gives it this come way. This is Braxton Bounds. First down run across the 45 to the 43. Good job by the offensive line of getting a surge there.
Yeah, it looks like they even got their backups even on the defense for East Central.
Aiden Vargas in on the tackle for them. So a gain of 5 followed by a gain of 13. I'm sorry, of 8. And that's a first down.
And milk that clock as much as you can. Play clock down.
Without a down. 6.5 to go in the game. Rangers on the move. Sternahouse, tight formation.
Just a reminder, face this way, please.
Hand off. Nice looking run straight up the middle.
Yeah, he looks good running.
Okay. And then you're going to come back and get plumes.
Justin Avery.
Keeps his pads low. I like his forward lean. He keeps his pads low. Good balance. Bouncing left and right, keeping his balance and hitting that crease, getting upfield and making a first down. Good job.
First down run, a gain of about 11 to the 32. Everybody looks to the sideline for the play call. Play clock at 15, game clock under, 6 minutes to go. You think we'll run? guessing there'll be nothing but runs. Cernahouse takes the snap at 4 on the play clock. Avery wiggles his way. Man, he looks like he's got good feet too as he maneuvers through the defensive side on the numbers on the near sideline. Gain of about 9 to the 23.
Well, as Bounds is bouncing around and making some good yardage, there's a good outside block by William Walker, a backup tight end senior here on homecoming. Did a nice job blocking.
So Justin Avery in the backfield with Bounds. Avery's had some nice runs in a row here. See if he gets it again. Now this is Bounds. I think he got the first down. So he went kind of off the right guard. Gave him a couple of yards. First down.
I was watching the big freshman Colton Thomason that time. He was blocking down and went to seal off the backside linebacker, and I think the linebacker ran an extra 3 yards to try to get around him. Because Thomason is so big. 6'7", 320. He's a freshman. He's probably, 15 years old or something like that?
Something like that.
Good grief.
He's at right guard. He pulls this time, going left. The handoff to Bounds. Bounces off a defender. Then he's wrestled down to the ground. Kendall Rodriguez will get credit for the tackle.
Good hard run.
But that another gain of about 8 yards.
Well, there's so much
we'll
more.
Call it 9.
Yeah, there's so much you can do on second and 1. My goodness, just a play call sheet gets you can run anything.
Well, we're going to hand it off.
I figured that.
Under 4 minutes to go as the clock continues to run. Motion now. Bounds goes right, cuts it up at tackle. It's loose into the end zone. He tries. Did he get there?
He was down. The ball came out, but it looked like he'd already hit the ground. Yeah, they're calling him down on the 1.
First down run. Clock runs. First and goal from the 1 now on a nice run by Bounds.
Give it to him again. Let him get in the end zone again.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
He's earned this one.
So Bounds and Avery on either side of Cernahouse. The junior quarterback takes the snap, gives it to Bounds. Up the middle he goes. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Good for him. Well, I'll tell you, this whole series was all Bounds. He deserved to get in the end zone on this one.
So Braxton Bounds with his his
second.
Third touchdown of the season. His first one tonight, third one on the season. He's now rushed for over 100 yards on the season with a long of 37 yards in a previous game. On for the extra point is Colby Wright, the senior. Right-footed kicker sinks it up and sneaks in the upright. It's good. It's 45-7. The Rangers lead it by 38. There's timeout on the field with 3:18 left in the game. We're after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
And the drive was 8 plays and 55 yards and took 4.5 minutes. And that puts the Rangers up 45-7 on the 1-yard touchdown won by Braxton Bounds, the senior running back. His third touchdown of the season, and the Rangers will kick it off with 3:18 left in the game, up by a bunch. And every game in the district has been one-sided, and this one was not anticipated to be such, but the Rangers decided they should. And that's okay with me.
That's okay with me, too. What a great way to celebrate homecoming.
Without a doubt.
And I tell you what, right now, there's nothing more that you can be more proud of this Ranger football team. Right now, they are playing Ranger football, both offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game, and they're playing against a strong wind, cold temperatures, and against a good football team. But I tell you what, they came out to play here tonight.
Just lost our crowd, Mike, with all the hullabaloo out the side. The Rangers will kick it off. Again, 3:18 left in the game. The Rangers up 45-7. This again is Colby Wright. And Wright, the senior backup kicker, is going to get a tired leg tonight himself. I think this is at least his third kickoff, if not his fourth.
These kickers are going to get in the ice tub, man. They're going to be so sore. All the kicking.
Into the wind, kind of pops up. It'll be fielded at the 30. A lot of room for running by one of their backups who gets it out to the 40, so a gain of about 10.
Is that to Deion Lott?
That's Lott, I think.
Yeah, Lott. He's a sophomore running back, getting a little playing time as well here tonight.
So, again, the Rangers will have nothing but backups on the field for what could be the final drive of the night. Hopefully the clock will continue to roll. Backup quarterback Peterson.
And they threw a late flag on that too.
We hit him out of bounds.
Yeah, well, no, but the momentum of the hit carried him out of bounds, and it was a little excessive. And
there is a flag.
Yep.
So the quick resolve of the drive won't happen quickly. And again, these are backups that haven't played a lot this season. They're just out there trying to make plays. And as Jeff said, the contact was inbounds, but it just kept going out of bounds.
Yeah.
Dead ball, personal foul against Smithson Valley. So in addition to the pass play, it's 15 more yards to the 36.
The rule is that if you can definitely see the player going out of bounds and his step is out of bounds, you're not supposed to hit him.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's still a judgment call.
Right.
So you have some officials that are very liberal and lenient, and some of them are just stringent. I mean, you even get close, you're going to get penalized.
Here's a run up the middle.
The ball carrier.
Lott, the backup tailback. Gets about 3 yards to the 33.
Well, they still have Ashton Bryant Kelly, their leading receiver out there in the field. I'm surprised they're not trying to just throw him the football or something.
Ryan Fiamaya on the tackle after a gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7. Game clock runs at 2.5 minutes to go. I'll run it up the middle. Well, he took it out of him. He gave it to him and then took it back. The quarterback, Tristan Peterson, kept it and ran out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So almost first down yardage, but it should be third down and about 3. Clock stops with 2:24 to go. Probably should restart it here if we had any common sense. Not really. I mean,
that's up to the man with the white cap.
Yeah, I know, but it's like anybody's going to be mad if you start the clock.
He needs it.
Again, the quarterback, Peterson, keeps it, and he scrambles ahead. He'll have first down yardage, and he'll run out of bounds again and stop the clock again. He wants them to get another touchdown.
Hey, he's playing hard. That's what you're supposed to do, and this is his time to play on the varsity level underneath the big lights, so you can't blame him.
15 yards on the run.
He's a senior too, right?
He is.
Yep.
So again, it's 1st and 10 from the 14. Peterson wants to throw, aim into the corner. That's their starting wide receiver who goes up against our third string
corner.
Tate Maples, our backup backup cornerback. Tate Maples, the junior, fought with him. Again, Anston Bryant Kelly came in tonight with 8 receptions for 100 yards, but really hasn't been much of a factor tonight like most of their offensive players. Rosemont ended up with a long touchdown run to get over 100 yards, but really didn't have much of a night. Maples on coverage. Quarterback Peterson wants to run, and he'll get into the end zone almost. They'll mark him down just inside the 1.
Well, give that young man some credit, too. He's been wanting this. I mean, he deserves to get in the end zone himself in this situation. Here we go. We're running the clock now.
So under 2 minutes to go. Hornets trying to put some fruitless points on the board. Peterson in the shotgun. Keeps it himself and gets, well, I don't know. Did he get in the end zone? Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He got smacked as he got there.
That one side judge finally said, okay, I'll throw my hands up.
He took about 10 steps in, and after Peterson was smacked by Joe Van Pelt and some others, I'm not sure he got in, but they're going to give it to him because Jeff really wanted him to have a touchdown.
That's right. That's right, doggone it. He was listening to us in his earpiece.
I'm not sure he has an earpiece, but that's okay.
Everybody listens to the Ranger Network. Come on.
Noah Chavez in for the extra point. The hold wasn't very good as the snap was kind of low, and the kick is no good. So 45-13. It'll be a 32-point margin as the Rangers will receive the kickoff, and we'll see if they'll onside kick again. We'll take a brief timeout with them. The Rangers up 45-13. A minute and a half to go on the Ranger Network.
Control. Your ability to choose. Control gives you power to fulfill your needs and wants as you see fit. GVTC understands and delivers control for their customers every day. I'm Trey Bellew-Witcher, and GVTC gives me control.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
Ranger Network back on a Friday night. We've played football for what, 2.5 hours? A little more than that. Didn't we kick off at 7:30?
We kicked off right at 7:30.
We did.
And we've seen a lot of fireworks, mainly for the Rangers, which is great.
Which is okay. We like that. We like that. We like fireworks. So
seems a good football here tonight.
Chavez looks like he'll just have a normal kickoff as we got our hands team out there. But with the wind at his back, he'll kick it deep. And into the end zone it goes. The Rangers will have 1st and 10 from their own 25. I would believe we could probably take a knee or hand it off 3 times.
Yeah,
I'd
hand it off.
Yeah, you think so? All I know is we should run about 2 or 3 plays and this one should be over. I think that 99.9% of the people in these stands would like that to happen.
Yep.
Some of those who are in their cars driving away.
Well, we're pretty comfortable here in the booth, but those out in the stands, they're pretty bundled up.
They are. I believe this is still Cernahouse.
Oh, come on.
Oh, did we have a penalty? No, this is Strachan. Strachan's at quarterback.
We got delay of game.
A delay of game coming out after a dead ball. Okay.
1st and 15 from the 20.
You know what? He was probably checking things, making sure everybody was in the right spot, and he just took a second too long.
He's going through the process.
Going through the process. So the clock is stopped.
Just run a play.
We didn't.
That's all we need is one play.
We didn't reset it, by the way.
No.
A second ticked off. We'll hand it off to Braxton Bounds. Coming left, stay in bounds. He's tackled in bounds. The clock continues to run. It'll be 2nd and long as the play clock goes under 1:20.
All right.
If that clock
Let's
continues,
run one more play here.
If that clock continues to run, then we got a chance to get out of here without having to punt. Everybody looks to the sideline for the play call. Let that play clock run. Don't be in a hurry.
I didn't even see a single from the sideline on that play.
Yeah, they're down here right in front of us. Don't hurry. Hand it off again coming this way. This is Avery. Well, he's got quick feet, and he gets back past the original line of scrimmage. Looks like we'll have to run one more play on 3rd down. The Rangers will escape with a 45-13 win. With that win, they move to 2-1 in district play and 4-2 overall. East Central will have an identical record of 4-2 overall and 2-1 in district play. What that means is Smithson Valley will be tied with East Central in a 2-way tie for 3rd place. Judson and Clemens will remain undefeated at 3-0 in district. Behind them, Smithson Valley and East Central. So in essence, the standings don't change much as Avery goes up the middle and gets first down yardage, which will stop the clock to move the chains, and then it will start again, and then we won't have to run another play. There's the start of the clock, and that'll be the end of the game. Again, a great job by the Rangers tonight. Defensively, I would say if we had a player of the game, it would be the entire defensive unit for shutting down a proficient East Central offense and limiting them to a late touchdown run by Rosemond that really meant nothing, and then a touchdown late by a backup quarterback who wanted to get in the end zone.
I would agree with you 100% as far as who would be the MVP would be the defensive unit. It gave the offense more opportunities and better field position to be able to go up and down the field while the offense executed and got in the end zone. The defense set them up.
So we're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up as the Rangers win it by the score of 45-13 on the Ranger Network.
Community is really important to
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Tell them about the hygienists. They are super gentle and really nice.
I will do that. Let's do that again. Community is a really important part of Summer Hill Dental.
Dad, did you tell all the kids about the awesome prize bots?
I have not, but I will.
Okay.
Seriously, are we getting billed by the hour here? Here at Summerhill Dental, we not only are really good at implants, we have gentle hygienists and awesome prize boxes. We also love our community. We are your Smithson Valley dentists. Go Rangers.
Mom Needs a Break Cleaning is the professional service you can trust. Thorough, careful, and affordable. We take care of all your home cleaning needs so Mom can take care of the important things in life. Isn't it time you came home to a spotless house without the hours of back-breaking work? Call Mom Needs a Break Cleaning for an over-the-phone estimate and to set your personalized cleaning schedule with us today. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, HEB, GVTC, Wick Productions, Ferris Orthodontics, Summerhill Dental, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, and Pizza Hut.
And a victorious Ranger Stadium tonight. The Rangers defeat East Central 45-13, the final score. The Rangers run for a bunch of yards, had some good-looking pass plays by starting quarterback Luke Gombert, who really came to his own in many ways tonight. Running back Jacob Fortone and playmaker Greg Eggleston. A lot of receivers had catches. We didn't probably pass for over 150 yards, but maybe close to that. But we ran for 250, so probably a 400-yard offensive night. But the most impressive thing tonight was what our defense did against, again, a very efficient offense of East Central.
I'd agree 100% with your assessment, Tony. I think the defense really did a nice job of holding Rosemond down, and not letting him get that breakaway, because all it takes is one play. They score, then it changed the whole complexities of what you do offensively. So the defense really set up the offense in a favorable, not only on the field position, but also in the game management towards the game. Early in the game, the first and second quarter, and give credit to the offense. That first drive, when they took the opening kickoff and they went down, took six and a half minutes off the clock and scored and got in the end zone for 7 points. That set the tone for the whole night. And I'm telling you, there's a difference in getting in the end zone and scoring 7 versus kicking field goals. And that's what you have to do against a good team like this. And so once the Rangers got them down, they just never let them up. And that's what you have to do.
So touchdowns tonight by a bunch of running backs. Fortone had a couple. Hoskins had one. Bounds had one. What a good-looking rushing effort tonight by the Rangers. And let's go through some of the names on that defense that played well tonight. We know we called Trey Moore's name a bunch. Yeah. Trey Witcher was in on tackles. The new tackle, Luke Seminaro, who got a start tonight. And Garrett Brooks played well. Carson Padilla, America Sanders and Thomas Zoig, the linebackers, and then the secondary of Nutt and Sinney and Livingston and Betsy, and backups like Bowman and Flores and others. And, I mean, this was a defensive effort that I just think it was so impressive tonight that D'Angelo Rosemond, to me, the best running back I've seen this season, was really limited, but to one really good run.
Yeah, I would agree 100% with you. And maybe you can give credit to the defensive coaches. That would be Coach Westerfer. He had a game plan coming in tonight, knowing that they had to somehow corral probably the best running back in the district. And to your point, they executed it, and that means getting people in the backfield, whether it be at the middle with disrupting the play, but securing the perimeter. The defense did both of those, Tony, and that's what you have to do to be able to really defeat that East Central team and to really corral Rosemond.
All right, again, the Rangers win it. They go to 4-2 overall, 2-1 in district play. That's the same as East Central. The two undefeated teams of Clemens and Judson remain there. Now we have some sights and sounds of the Ranger Marching Band to leave you on this beautiful Friday night. The Rangers win it 45-13 for Jeff Gandy and everyone with Bow Witch Productions. This is Tony Brubaker saying goodnight and God bless. We'll talk to you next time.
Of the week is Hannah Pavellini. The dancer of the week is Sarah Robles. This evening, the Silver Spurs and Silverados, joined by featured twirler Lauren Matula, will be performing a field skirt routine to Deep in the Heart of Texas. Now please welcome the award-winning Silver Spurs and Silverados. Chaplain Maddie Guerra. The Silverado Spirit Girl of the Week is Reagan Forbes, and the Dancer of the Week is Riley Reyes. Next, the Ranger Band and Color Guard will perform their UIL marching show entitled Mystery Tour. The show will feature the music of the Beatles, including Eleanor Rigby, Yesterday, Got to Get You Into My Life, and Hey Jude. Soloists for the Ranger Band include Amanda Millard, Jonathan Nunez, Josh Robertson, Bradley Barker, Josh Fiorentino, Thomas Hinojosa, Josiah Mesta, Alexis Timmons, Deanna De Luna, Eva Cabrera, and Wesley Barton. The Ranger Band is under the field leadership of drum majors Maya McBriar, Riley McCullough, Lindsay Patterson, and Gabby Wilson. The 2019 color guard officers are Anna Brooks, Keely Graber, Jaden Martinez, and Naomi Morrow. with Edward Jones, Sam Roberts Photography, Children's Eye Center, South Texas, the Branch Neighborhood Grill, and Alamo Transformer Supply. Thank you for supporting your Ranger Band and Color Guard. This has been Erica Grimaldo, the voice of the Ranger Band. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance, and we'll see you next week as the Rangers take on the Judson Rockets.